Now, before getting this podcast, right, I just want to break one thing down. I have the time to edit it like that, but so forgive me. Anyway, the topic came up of why black men is not going to college, right? I was going to skip that when I had other topics. But this one kind of got to me when I started seeing the mind frame of these immigrant bitches and how they feel like they could come here, have an opinion, and use blackness against us and have disdain for us. So this podcast is motivated by these Haitian bitches and these African bitches who have no respect for the black American, but they use blackness and they weaponize blackness for their platforms. Black, but they don't really identify as black. They see us as different, you know what I'm saying? Which they should, but at the same time, they shouldn't be in America getting no benefits off of blackness. Black shouldn't even be in their mouth, in a category, because it's nothing but disrespect. Without further ado, let's get into this podcast.
If you're not black American, stroll up. If you are, stay. I have a question to ask y'all, a real question, and I really don't want y'all to get upset at me. Because I was born here, but my family wasn't born here. So I really have a real question to ask y'all. Why did your parents kick you out the house so young? Why your mama kick you out the house so young? And what age did she kick you out? Because we're on a topic of black men not going to college, not applying themselves. But I don't think y'all understand that a lot, and I mean a lot, of black men got kicked out the house at a young age. And black women. If you were born in America, there was like something going on in the water where, and I don't know if it's still happening, but when I was young, a lot of my peers were sleeping on a park bench. They were literally moving into their old boyfriend's house or older girlfriend's house or moving in with their younger girlfriend because they got kicked out really young. And I feel like a lot of people are not remembering that. And they're saying, oh, they don't want to go to school. They don't want to go to school. A lot of these black men got kicked out the house really young. Okay? For me, in my culture, black men in my culture don't get kicked out the house. They don't get kicked out the house. Haitians do not kick out their sons. They wait till their sons go to or get a great job. And when the son feel like he's able to do it, to live on his own, he can go. And it's not forced, it's not pushed out. But in the black community, y'all be getting kicked out so young. So why? Why is that happening? And why nobody talking about it?
This whole black men don't go to college conversation you all been having, that's African American men specifically. Not African black men. We have to be specific. We have to really, because this whole black men don't go to college, it puts everyone in the box. It puts everyone else, all of the black, it puts them in that category, and that's not true. African American black men are the ones that don't go to college. My college, and there's a girl that made a point, a lady that made a point about this, where she said her mother was like, why are you always dating foreign black men, aka African men? Because she was in college. And she's like, Mom, that's all I see. African black men. We don't come from a third world country to come here and not go to school. Yeah, it's for the African American black men. Yeah, who ancestor came here through other ways. Not the ones who came here in the plane from the trenches, know where they came from. But I will say there are some African men that come here and they forget where they came from, and they start doing, I just want to do music, I want to be a rapper, nigga this, da. They be doing all that extra things that's not even who you are. They forget that they were in Sony way suffering. They come here, they want to do rap music, they don't want to go to school, But majority of African black men the ones that were born in Africa or parents are African, you have to go to college. Like, it's a must. I just wanted to for us to be very specific when we're talking about this black men thing, because that not our African men, African American men. That's why even some of our African American women, they peep the game, so they're not marrying African men, dating African men, because okay, he's educated, he went to college, so there's a huge chance that he knows how to understand women, all of these things. His mind is opened, because that's what college do for you. It opens up your mind. Yeah, there's a chance you may not get a job, but college teach you how to be adaptive. College teach you how to say, you know what, let me maneuver. Let me see if I can understand things from this person's perspective. Let me not be sure.
I think it's a good thing that black men are going to college. I think it's a good thing that black men are ruining their lives. It's okay. Let them vibe. Self-defined black woman that's still rooting for black men, you just haven't hit rock bottom yet. You haven't been hurt enough to look in the mirror and say, I deserve to be protected. As an update, this morning I sent another $500 to my family members in Haiti that have been displaced in our hometown of Mibale since the gangs invaded Mibale on Monday. Black men, it's over for y'all. The jig is up. You are not bigger than the motherfucking program.
So I received a few comments on one of my previous videos asking me to talk specifically about the plight of Haitian men. And before I do, I just want to precursor this with a quick lesson. Blackness is not limited to the US. So I'm going to ask very politely for Black Americans to decenter themselves from the conversation. Black
that goes around calling complete strangers their sisters or their brothers are using high-level manipulation tactics to get you to get your guard down. Because the minute you don't agree with them, the minute you tell them that you do not ascribe or subscribe to their sisterhood or their brotherhood, then you are the devil and you have an issue and you are against their people. But truthfully, I don't know you. I can't trust you because I don't know you. Can't let my guard down because I don't know you or what you're capable of. And no amount of caste system that was created by somebody else and thrown onto me will make us closer or make us feel more connected. I'm sorry. It's just not how I roll.
You guys know that there's been a number of African leaders that were educated at HBCUs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And
yes.
So that's how deep that history goes.
Yeah.
Is that pipeline is very strong.
HBCUs were critical.
Very strong.
For even Africans. You know, my dad, he went to HBCU as an African student in the 70s. So HBCUs were educating young African students.
Of course, yeah.
And some went back and became leaders. Well, a lot of them became leaders, right? So that's a big part we overlook in us. Even as Africans, we come here, we see Black History Month, we see Juneteenth, a lot of these holidays, MLK Day, and we kind of just like, okay, we don't take proaction, we don't really actively participate, but we do have to, because if we even look at our own countries, some of our own leaders, a lot of our own parents' generations, the opportunities they had to gain an education, it was through HBCUs, the funding they provided.
You guys know.
I take on the whole men not being in college or black men not being educated. Like, I want to get my take on that, all right? Because I'm a black man. I got my degree. I did 10 years in the military. You know what I mean? So I've been on both sides because it took me a while to get my degree. But I want to say this. I feel like, first of all, I just want to start out by saying this. Having a degree does not make you smart. It does not make you smart. It might make you a little bit more qualified, but I know a lot of people that have degrees that's still trying to figure it out in life. Now, I mean, like, they're not working their career path or anything like that. So it kind of takes me to this real quick. If you ask me, a degree is a $40,000 piece of paper, depending on what school you go to. $30,000 piece of paper. You know what I mean? And I think people have woken up to that. But there's a second part to this that I'm going to give y'all in a minute. But people are waking up to that. Having a trade in an actual field, being an apprentice in an actual company, will guarantee you a job. I just, for the life of me, I can't wrap my mind around the fact that, I got to go to school for 4 years, learn mad subjects that has nothing to do with the job that I'm about to get. And those things also determine whether or not I'm qualified to do the job, just for me to finally get that piece of paper and I still don't have a job.
The biggest problem with you new niggas is that y'all will hear that less black men are going to college and your first thought is, what's wrong with black men? For years we've talked about the school to prison pipeline, educational segregation, racial inequality, and that's how I know a lot of you fuck niggas like to just hear yourself talk. This some CIA planning shit. Never mind the fact that schools run these kids like they in prisons. You think that's an accident? Who are the main people you see in these prisons? Who? Never mind the fact that as the South has become way more conservative, school funding has been slashed across the board. Or anytime one of us finally do get some bread, what's the first thing we do? Private school. Nah. Let's find a way to put it on us. The biggest lie that's been told to you is that the biggest enemy of the black community is itself. When any chance we've had to push towards progress, they have gotten in the way. You think this shit was just last year? What do you think they call it the Reconstruction era for? A lot of you cannot give your own people grace. And whenever conversations like this arise, you want to be the person with all the answers. Man, if you hear conversations like this and don't feel compelled to pick up a book, they've won already. You know who don't be talking like this? The people that are in it. And that's what really pisses me off. How y'all will speak about your own people as if they aren't living, thinking beings. Look, if you from the burbs, harken back to that racial trauma that you might have gone through in that all-white school and process the fact that that was the easier path. All that you had to go through to have a shot. And y'all want to fuck. Oh my. A lot of you have become just ignorant, just unempathetic enough that you can't even extend understanding to your own neighbor. And that's a damn shame. All these bad faith arguments as if our people haven't been answering this shit for years. Yo,
Welcome back to Big Bad Podcast. I'm your host. So, the number of black American males has declined in attending black colleges or attending college, whatever, right? And a lot of bourgeoisie niggas, a lot of homosexual niggas, a lot of liberal niggas, a lot of immigrant bitches are trying to insinuate that black men are illiterate or black men are ignorant. And I disagree. This is my take. Let's get into it. So the thing is, black Americans are not attending or signing up for college and all that shit, right? And why should we? Why should we sign up for that? Why should we sign up for indoctrination? See, the goal is not to be educated, because education is really indoctrination. The goal is not to be indoctrinated by white motherfuckers anyway. They don't educate us in how to finance or how to get credit or how to manage a business or start a business. They educate us in old historical shit that don't concern us. We don't need to learn about the German Holocaust. We don't need to learn about Anne Frank. We don't need to learn about all this, Robert E. Lee, these fucking failures. And we don't need to learn all that shit that the daughters of the Confederacy want us to learn. We don't need to be part of John D's Rockefeller school system, because he set the school system up, right? What works for white people don't work for black people. So let me say this. College is nothing but a debt trap. The business of schools is losing business. That's all it boils down to. The Democratic Party are getting less black American men. When black men get educated, all that means is they get indoctrinated, they become docile workers and pawns for the system anyway. When you go to college, you conform to the system. When you don't, it's a form of rebellion, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the bourgeoisie niggas, it's the educated niggas, it's them niggas in fraternities that be kissing white ass, that be who want to assimilate to, the white structure of working and all this bullshit that really doesn't benefit the black community anyway. It feeds the system. It feeds the business of college. It feeds the business of debt. Because when they educate us, all they do is educate us in dumb shit. They don't tell us to be technicians. They don't tell us to be engineers, doctors. They want us to go to school for dumb shit that just feed the economy of college. Performance art degrees and music, theater, all that weird shit that shit they shouldn't even charge for. These are the degrees people think they go to college for and think they educated, think they know something. Most of this shit you don't even gotta know in life. You don't gotta know about World War I or World War II. It's good for conversation. A lot of shit is just conversational shit. For debates and shit. For shit you don't even need. That shit don't pay you. It don't change the fucking fabric of America. You don't need to know most shit they teaching in school. All you need to know is how to get money, how to take care of yourself, how to pay taxes. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know nothing. You need math, reading, and fucking that's it. Comprehension skills. That's it. The rest is how to get money and what What's gonna get me in the position to get the most money? Most degrees are fucking stupid, and most people are fucking stupid. They got degrees, and they think they got a degree in fucking theater. They fucking educated in everything. These motherfuckers are stupid. They think they educated and they got a sociology degree. They think they fucking know everything. Motherfuckers, degrees don't make you smart in everything. You're only a specialist in one thing, and that's just not even important. It's for conversational and debate purposes only. No one gives a fuck about your African studies. No one gives a fuck about American studies. No one gives a fuck about European studies or arts. And no one gives a fuck about none of that shit. Those shouldn't even be options in college. Dumb shit. Motherfuckers go to college and major in education. Why would you go to school and study philosophy? Where the fuck, who gonna hire you to be a fucking philosopher? This ain't fucking Greece. This ain't goddamn ancient goddamn Greece. This ain't Athens, motherfucker. You ain't a goddamn Spartan. This shit is stupid. Motherfuckers be in school for photography, history, and arts. You can learn all that shit on your own time. You don't gotta go to college to say that's it's a cheat code. A lot of people got degrees, but especially black women got a bunch of degrees. They got a bunch of stupid fucking degrees that won't get them paid. That nobody gives a fuck about. Liberal arts education. What type of shit is that? Go to school and be an English major. What's the point of being a fucking English major? Are you a foreigner or some shit? Going to school for communications. You can't fucking talk and speak English? You gotta go to school for that shit? What you gonna be? You think you're gonna be a news reporter or some shit? You think you wanna go to the fucking Breakfast Club? Be a fucking radio host? You don't gotta go to school for that stupid shit. You just gotta know somebody. You wanna be fucking Angela Yee? Bitch on Breakfast Club for 15 years, got her own fucking podcast, got 300 fucking thousand subscribers, and get the same many views as I get. Bitch get 19,000 views. Bitch get 20,000. All them fucking subscribers and get fucking yes who you want to be. Bitch study communications and then get replaced by a bitch who can't read, a Haitian bitch, a ostrich head bitch, a bitch who got a fucking natural hair like a fucking elementary school paintbrush, fucking just hilarious, who's not funny at all, Haitian insecure bitch. That's just, you think just hilarious got on the radio fucking with any degrees? Think Charlamagne got a fucking degree? No, this ain't the fucking time for that, nigga. Personality sells now. You don't need a fucking degree. That Haitian bitch just hilarious can't even fucking read. And look at Candace Owens. That bitch ain't got no fucking educational degree. This dumb bitch get fed information and just repeat it. She can articulate. Yeah, she is. See, people confuse articulation for education. Articulation doesn't mean bitch just grew up around white people. Her diction wanted to sound like white people. You don't gotta go to fucking college for that. People go to college for dumb shit. It's not worth the investment of your time because you don't get that in financial gains. I be seeing bitches going, I went to college and shit. They be thinking they're all fucking educated and shit. What you major in? I majored in social studies. Man, shut the fuck up. I majored in general studies. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're not educated. You're fucking stupid. You went to school wasting your fucking time. If they really want us to go to college, all they gotta do is stop giving Caribbeans, Africans, Asians, and Latinos scholarships and school funding. All they gotta do is prioritize the black American men. All they gotta do is stop making basketball players the millionaires and start making these doctors the millionaires. All they gotta do is spread propaganda to make college cool. Do you know what I'm saying? But this the thing. College never been a priority in the black American community. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that's a long-term thing. We live in a short term. We surviving day to day. Our parents check to check if they got to check at all. We worry about food, clothing, and shelter every day. Every day is a new obstacle to survive for us. It's not like the Indians, the Asians, and all these other people who come from different countries who have backing, financial aid. They get secret deals that we don't know about. Countries fund them. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't get the welfare that these immigrants get. We don't get the priority that immigrants get. And shouldn't one immigrant be in our colleges? Shouldn't one African be in no HBCU? Shouldn't be one China in no HBCU? Shouldn't be no Chinese people in the Ivy League schools. We built the Ivy League schools. We built the HBCU schools. Nigga, we built the industries. We built the industry of the HVAC. We built the industry of the touchscreen technology. We built the industry of the cell phone. We built the technology of the PC. These industries are ours and should be ours, that we should have priority. The thing is, government like to play build and destroy, distract. They like to deceive us, right? So first of all, there should be no minorities in America anyway. There should never been no Indians in these high CEO positions. Those all should have been black positions. They still should be black positions. There should never been not one African in HBCUs because they didn't build or contribute nothing to an HBCU. The president of Ghana and the president of Nigeria went to an HBCU. So our HBCUs are the shit. I'm saying there are beneficial, but it shouldn't be beneficial to Africans. African Americans don't go to fucking Nigeria and get educated, and we shouldn't, because that's not our territory. Black American HBCUs have educated some of the best Africans in the world. You're welcome, African immigrants. You haven't reciprocated nothing. Y'all gain from us. We don't gain from fucking Africans, and it shouldn't be allowed in our schools, in our colleges, in our communities at all. There should be no Latino in no HBCU for the same exact reason, right? We sat here and watched the Chinese people go against affirmative action, right? That we fought for an affirmative action that we never got. That affected them more because they got more affirmative action. Nigga, I think Asians are like 25% of the Ivy League schools. They've been declining since they knocked this shit off, I'm saying. But there is no reason why Asians should be 25% of the fucking schools when they're like 6% of the population. Any position an immigrant in should be a Black American position. There should be no Asians, Indians, Africans, Jamaicans, Caribbeans, and no parts of the pies that we see when it comes to percentages of these people attending these colleges, because they're not American. I don't give a fuck what they think or what the government says they are. They're not American. They didn't contribute to society. They didn't give or do nothing. They didn't bleed for this country. The government itself is fucking treasonous anyway for prioritizing these immigrants. There's no reason why the Nigerians should be the most educated group in America, or black group, or black immigrant group in America. There should be no Nigerians doctors at all in America. There should be Nigerian doctors in Nigeria. Do you know what I'm saying? That alone is a direct slap in the face, because an African didn't fight for civil rights. An African didn't go through Jim Crow. An African didn't get hung or get fucking water hose down. German Shepherds sicked on them. They didn't get their churches fucking bombed. They didn't get their woman. You know what I'm saying? They ain't go through none of the things that we had to go through. We have to go through all the pain just to let these immigrants come through and get the best parts of education, right? We shouldn't have to compete with resources with immigrants because we are Americans, they're not. That is a form of treason against the government. Whole different issue, right? These immigrants are all anti-black. They're not black at all. Let's not confuse skin color for blackness. That's not what blackness means. Blackness is an identity, an ethnic group in America. It's not a fucking race. Negro is the race. Like, people, I don't know how they changing the goalposts and remixing words and shit. These people are not black. I don't care if white people think we all the same. White people are fucking ignorant, and we don't give a fuck about their ignorance. We don't live by their ignorance. Fuck them. Most black people don't go to college. The majority of us don't go to college. So maybe 10% of us go to college. So a lot of people who are having a field day with this topic are immigrants. Because, a lot of immigrants get our resources. And more than anything, it's these immigrant bitches. These Haitian, these Caribbeans, these African bitches got a lot to say about black men not being in college, because let's be clear. A lot of these fucking immigrant women don't like men because most of them funny looking, most of them was ugly, most of them wasn't chosen. I'm saying they was funky and musty as a kid. Nobody wanted them. They couldn't dress. They was bald headed, nappy head. They was weird looking. They still weird looking. They have resentment with black men. These are the same women that say black everything. These women are not black. They don't represent blackness, but they got a lot to say because they come here to work, to go to colleges. Their parents push that upon them, especially the Nigerian women. So you will see a lot of immigrant women pushing this black male, black male, black male. They do a lot of black male bashing, but they ignore their own men. And their own men in their own country treat them worse than anything, because these bitches come from paternity flaws. These bitches who don't respect men anyway. They men haven't built nothing in their country. Their men aren't the fucking icons of blackness. They men are the epitome of blackness. These are generic black people. These immigrant women are jealous of our women anyway. So these are the women who has a lot to say about black men not being in college. Black men, 4C here, dark skin. These are the bitches that come here and cause division between black men and black women. These women that come here and bring colorism. These are the women that come here and talk about hair texture all the fucking time. These weird bitches got a lot to say about black men not being in college, but they never say that black men are still better than the men in their country. Let's keep that in mind. Black men are better than the men in their country. Black Americans are better than these generic black people. These people aren't even black. These Caribbeans and Africans aren't even black. They come here and pretend to be blackness, and they use blackness as a way to get our resources and get popular and to get fame and to get talking points, to get platforms. Because if they talk about the people where they from, their nationality, their ethnic group, no one would give a fuck, they would get ignored. Because they're less than the percentage of the population anyway. In totality, all Africans across the world and Caribbeans across the world make up only 10% of the black people in America. 90% of us are American, and most of us don't go to college anyway, so they making a big deal. Now let's get back. Now let's focus on these immigrant bitches. These Tarana Burks, these Candace Owens, these bitches who cause division, who promote feminism, who are bedwenches, these people who are anti-black. Because most African and Caribbean are anti-black, especially the ones with platforms. These are the same bitches that's susceptible to feminism, to woman power, because they hate men, especially black men in America. Because black men in America didn't want nothing to do with these funky bitches, these boy head scallywag, funky stinking bitches, and they come from cultures that eat dirt, that eat fucking monkeys, that eat, you know what I'm saying? They come from real poverty shit. They have to hide who they are. So these people who are ashamed of themselves anyway, so they don't mind kicking us when we down, and that's what we're dealing with now. So the topic is about black men not going to college, and the numbers are down because really we don't give a fuck, because that's the white corporate system telling us that they're losing money. That's all it means. That's all this means, is the black corporate system of college is losing fucking money, and it also means that there's gonna be less democratic men, there's gonna be less homosexual men, there's gonna be less men bed bucking for fucking butter biscuits and shit. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of this tension stems from online, is these immigrant bitches talking about black American men instead of their own men. And that's the gist of this podcast. And let's be clear, these bitches are immigrant bitches, right? Look. Immigrant females hate their men, and they're jealous. They are jealous not only of our culture, not only of our status, not only of our influence. They're jealous of the black American, black woman relationship. You know what I'm saying? They see how close we are. They say we struggle together. They see we fought together. We protest together. Our history is together. They ain't got a Harriet Tubman. They ain't got a Sojourner Truth. They ain't got a Sada Shakur. They ain't got a Coretta Scott King. They ain't got a Rosa Parks. They ain't got an Angela Davis. They women aren't fighters with their men. They men abuse them in their countries. These women come from whores, paternity frauds. All these women come from high paternity frauds, high cheater cultures, high division cultures. A lot of these Africans, they be brutalizing and mutating their women. So they already have a disdain for their own men. When they come here, they're funny looking, they're not attractive, so they become hateful to men anyways. They don't mind dividing. They don't mind destroying a country they ain't from. They don't mind destroying a culture they ain't from. None of these people mind going against and destroying what's built because they ain't helped build it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying they're Caribbean men that they don't like, they like to say all black men. And black men really just means black American men. Like when we say black, we don't include Africans and Caribbeans. You know what I'm saying? But when I say a black woman, it doesn't mean an African woman. It doesn't mean a Caribbean woman. When I say a black man, it doesn't mean a Caribbean man. But when they say it, it means us. They don't talk about their own people. So I'm saying that's why we have to disassociate them with, we have to push them out of blackness. Blackness is not a one fits all. They weaponize blackness against us. They weaponize feminism against us. These angry bitches, none of them be attractive. You never hear a beautiful woman complaining about men. Beautiful women don't have men problems. Beautiful women get treated like women. See, it's these ugly, it's too many ugly bitches. It's too many of these reject bitches. It's too many of these bitches who have low self-esteem. Too many bitches who jealous of pretty bitches. Too many unchosen bitches that mostly immigrants, but even some of these fucking American bitches, these bitches be reject bulldogs, unattractive. They become gay, so they be so pro-women. When you pro-women, that means you anti-men. You anti-men because men don't treat you right. You are hurt by men. These bitches are hurt by men. Fuck these bitches. They don't mean nothing. Ugly bitches don't mean nothing in the scheme of things. No one gives a fuck about an ugly bitch opinion. No one gives a fuck about a lesbian opinion. No one gives a fuck about a trans woman or no one gives a fuck about them people. They push no needles. They move no weight. No one gives a fuck about their opinions. Only to weaponize against the group. But men don't give a fuck about what an ugly bitch got to say. Ugly bitch is useless. Of course you a lesbian. Of course you a feminist. Of course you pro-women. Because you have no other audience. And pretty women do not associate with these women. The fucking reverse psychology is like, it's too obvious. But yeah, these bitches be immigrants. The Tarana Burks, the Candace Owens, the Patrice Cullors, she's Caribbean. Candace Owens Caribbean. Tarana Burke is Caribbean. Obo Tamari with the other bitch from the BLM. She's a Nigerian. Nigerians, Caribbeans, Africans do not partake in the black conversation. They're not part of the black community. They might live in the black community, but they're not part of black communities. Most black communities don't have Nigerians and Africans in our communities. In totality, all immigrants, black immigrants, are 10% of the population. The black immigrants as a collective is only 10% of the black population. That means 90% of the population in America is fucking black Americans. And we've been here hundreds of years before any immigrant got here in our community. Therefore, our community is not their community, even though they live amongst us. They don't represent us and don't speak for us. They shouldn't have no fucking opinion. That's how that go. We don't let no minority who not us speak for the majority who is us. That's not happening. We shutting all that shit down. But they're not 10% of all these communities. They usually are in New York or Atlanta somewhere amongst us, but they're not in our communities. We have way more communities without them than there are in us. They can't represent or speak for us. They don't have our experience. You know what I'm saying? They don't have what it takes to be black. They don't understand blackness. They don't have the rebellious spirit. They capitalize off black and weaponize black. But they use it to divide us. We can't let these, first of all, pretty women, don't let ugly bitches have an opinion about men. Secondly, American women, don't let immigrant women have an opinion about your men. Because you don't give a fuck about their men. So if they should mind their men, you should mind your men. America's our country, not theirs. Let's be very clear. These motherfuckers is like trying to commandeer the movement, trying to commandeer blackness, trying to commandeer the black experience, trying to commandeer the culture. They dressing like us. They fucking playing a part. This is infiltration. These motherfuckers are Trojan horses. These people are enemies. These are our political enemies in our own territory. We're being invaded by infestation of a different species. These people are not our ethnic group, not our culture, not our brothers. Mind you, Africans sold us. Never forget Africans for selling us. All Africans. Fuck all Africans. We have no ties to them. We are not allies. They don't see us the same. They don't see themselves the same. Africans don't see themselves the same. Caribbeans don't see themselves the same. So they gonna come here and over something. We're going to be kumbaya here. Everyone wants to share resources here. No one wants to share resources where they from. No one wants to come to where they from and get their resources and their benefits, go to their schools. They want to come here and share our shit. They want to come here and tell us that we're being, xenophobic, while they're being invasive, while they are trespassing, and while they are being disrespectful in our house and telling us we're xenophobic because we don't want them in our house when we don't know them. Who let strangers in their house? These motherfuckers are strangers. Look at an African or Caribbean as a stranger. They're no different from any Asian, white, or European. An African or Caribbean are no different. Meet one, nigga, don't feel like, oh, this is another black man. No, this is not another black man. This is a motherfucker who could be a op. This is someone who here to take your spot. This is your replacement. Look at Africans and Caribbeans as your replacement, as your competition, who's performing a cold war, a covert war against you. They're working against you behind the scenes. They're smiling in your face. They'll cosplay your culture because dressing like us, it makes it easier for them to move around and camouflage. When they dress like us, they fucking camouflaging to conform, to move easier. Because if they dress like they dress where they come from, they would get no doors, opportunities open to these motherfuckers. Stop letting your kids go to school with these people. Stop letting your kids be friends with these people. Because we educate them as kids. We could form them as kids. Yes, we pick on them, but we could form them. Your kids should make sure these kids will never want to come to school again. That's how it should be. We should always be hostile to invaders. When you friendly with invaders, nigga, they take over. Nigga, right now we in the middle of a fucking hostile takeover. We in a culture war with these motherfuckers. Who's telling us we're the same. Who's telling us we are them. Who's telling us to go to their country while they coming here. Fuck all that. All that shit has to stop. And look, why wouldn't they be jealous of us? Black men made a whole genre of music dedicated to black American women, R&B. You know what I'm saying? We made R&B dedicated to women. All them songs was dedicated to all the 70s, 60s, the 50s was all songs to black American women. And some white women too. Some white women's in there. But there was no songs made about these fucking, we didn't know them people. We don't have them love stories. Liberian Girl by Michael Jackson. Like a couple of songs, but most songs was made for Black American women. They don't have a Pam Grier type woman. They don't have a Shaka Khan. They don't have iconic, beautiful women like we do. They got to come here to get fame. They got to come here in our lane to get any light, because there is no light in the country. Their men didn't put them in no light. It's nothing but jealousy, and they want our woman spot. We can't give these immigrant women, these bitter women, scorned women, our African American spot. We can't let these bitches talk for our women, and our women need to shut these bitches down ASAP. What Black American men in women relationship has nothing to do with a fucking outside opinion. Black women need to shut these bitches down and tell them to shut the fuck up and mind your business and attend to your man in your country, in your land. Worry about your problems, your politics. Like the whole strong Black woman thing, that stereotype isn't from Africa or Caribbean women. That's a Black American woman. The Black American beauty standard, the Black beauty standard isn't an African woman, isn't a Caribbean woman. It's a Black American woman. They like to tell themselves they're saying, they like to say woman power. They like to say Black woman power. No. It's Black women exclusively that painted these image, that did this fight, that did the work. We're not letting immigrants attach to our women. We're not letting these ugly bitches attach to our beautiful women. Because y'all come in here and y'all create division. I mean, y'all don't fool nobody. Black men don't give a fuck what no immigrant Caribbean bitch say, really. But y'all like to go on TV and y'all confusing other people, white people, Caribbean, Asians. They think y'all speaking for us. That leads to confusion. And those actions leads to reactions that lead to repercussions that we have to pay for later. So to nip all that shit in the bud, an African woman or Caribbean woman, it is not the Black American woman. They're not sisters. They're not cousins. They're nothing. It's completely cut off. They're completely different people who acting like they're Black, who abuse Blackness. Black. Every video you see, Black woman, Black woman, Black woman, Black woman. 4C here, dark skin. Y'all bitches are weirdos. Y'all bitches are not American. Y'all voices don't matter in here. Voices don't matter in your own country. Your voices don't matter nowhere. Like I'm saying, like Black women need to get on y'all bitches' heads. Like we need our women to stand up and fight, because nigga, we ain't letting no fucking African Caribbean speak for us. That's not happening. And that's how you know I'm right? Because you never see a woman from Spain, right, go to Germany and say us German women. That won't be allowed. You never see a Dominican go to Puerto Rico and Dominican start speaking for all the Puerto Rican women, right, and saying Puerto Rican men ain't shit. You never see a Nigerian woman going to South Africa and then that woman start talking bad about the South African men in the community, and what they start doing is saying we all South African. They don't allow that. A fucking Mexican won't allow a Honduras to speak for them as we all the same. That's not how it go. You know what I'm saying? A Japanese woman can go to China and say these Chinese men ain't shit, and we need to. I mean, no one allows that shit. So why should we allow a Caribbean to talk for an American? It's the same difference. Similar is not the same. We look alike. They look like us. Who gives a fuck? Salt and sugar looks alike. Motherfucker, fentanyl and powdered sugar looks alike. What does look alike mean? It doesn't mean the same. I'm tired of motherfuckers saying you look alike. You look African. Who gives a fuck about how I look? You sound African. Who gives a fuck about how I sound, nigga? I am not that. It doesn't matter, nigga. Antifreeze can look like a fucking Gatorade. What does that mean? Are you gonna fucking drink Gatorade to quench your fucking thirst? All this similar, you look alike shit. We're not the fucking same. So what? We got similar stories. Similar is not the fucking same. Similar is not good enough. We can have similar results on a fucking test, but there's only one fucking right answer. Similar is not enough. Black skin is not enough. You are not us. A Caribbean woman to a Black American woman is a Chinese woman to a fucking Korean woman. They're not the fucking same. A Honduras to a fucking Mexican, a Puerto Rican to a goddamn Cuban. They're not the same, and they don't speak for each other. They don't even deal with each other. All this, we the same, we similar. No, y'all come here and want to tell us this shit. Like, how the fuck does this even happen anyway? Who is it? Our generation, our people before us was fucking stupid. Allowing a Caribbean, African, a fucking other to come speak for us. The fuck? Nowhere in the world allows that. A French woman couldn't go to the fucking UK and speak for the fucking UK people. They won't allow that. Ethiopian women won't allow Eritrean people to speak for them. And that's literally the fucking same country. The Ukraine won't allow Russians to speak for them. And they speak the same fucking language. That was once the same country. So why the fuck we would let people of a different country who we didn't know for hundreds of years come here and act like they us and get our resources with open arms? That's against our own interests. People are so fucking stupid. It's that simple. They're not us. Similar is not the fucking same. Your roots are roots. And I want to cover this shit too. I probably covered it before, but they like to say our ancestors was from Africa. So what if they were? Some of them, our ancestors was also from Europe. Our ancestors was also indigenous. What the fuck that mean? I'm supposed to celebrate my European ancestors? I could find my European ancestors faster than I can find my fucking African ancestors. So what? I'm darker. Yes, I'm darker because, you know, my people bred with more darker people. The Indians was dark. The Africans was dark. I do have African blood. That don't make me a fucking African. Nigga, a pure pit bull, once you mix a pure pit bull with a goddamn Great Dane, it's a whole fucking new dog. It might have more Great Dane or more whatever, but it's not a fucking pit bull. A purebred is not the same as a mixed dog. A hybrid dog. We are a hybrid people. That makes us different. That's why we great. That's why we smart. That's why we invent more, because we had different elements. That's why we create more. That's why we the only group who can constantly create, because we got different elements in us that y'all don't have. Y'all are one ingredient. We are the fucking cake. Doesn't matter where the ingredients come from. We ain't the fucking same. We ain't you. We went through the whole different fucking process. An egg is an egg, but once an egg is cooked and once the egg added to the ingredients and cooked, it's a fucking different thing. That's how different we are from Africans. You come from Africa, you ashamed of your African identity, your African roots. Ain't no fucking African roots. We was uprooted and planted somewhere else. It's a difference. We're not letting Caribbean and African women of this color skin talk for a black American woman, for black people at all. They don't get to speak for black people. Speak for your fucking nation, your own ethnic group. Black is the American ethnic group. That's it. That's us. All you need to know. That's what must call yourself. We don't care if you was born here. We don't care if you grew up thinking you was black. We don't care how long you was calling yourself black. We don't give a fuck. You're not us. You're not black. We don't give a fuck what white people say either. White people don't make the rules of how we fucking operate and move and how we think. They make laws, but they don't change the way we fucking think. They don't change our minds. Give a fuck about what white people say. Y'all care what white people say because y'all are pawns of white supremacy. Those are your bosses. Those are your masters. Every time we get in an argument, white people say that according to, and then y'all want to use white facts, white scholars, and white information to debate us, dumb motherfuckers. Y'all want to say we colonized, but y'all use white people talking points, white people information. Fucking clowns. All y'all clowns. Africans are clowns, Caribbeans are clowns, all y'all fucking clowns. Y'all love the white man. We the only people in here who go against and defy the white people. We don't assimilate, but we are different. And now white people are assimilating to us. We are the influence. We influence you. We don't get influence from Africa. We influence Africa. It's a big difference. We don't get influence from the Caribbean. We influence the Caribbean. That's the difference. Y'all come here and learn. Y'all come here and get game. Y'all come here and conform. We don't go to y'all. We don't take from y'all. We don't need y'all. Y'all need us for opportunity. Y'all need us to disguise your fucking culture, to disguise your voice. Nigga, y'all want to talk like us. Y'all want to hide everything about yourselves. Gotta hide it. You gotta be ashamed because it's not accepted in public. No one wants to hear or see that shit, and you know it. That's why you change your clothes, you change your hairstyle, you change how you eat. Nigga, you eat with your hands now, you use utensils. Y'all want to go to church. Y'all go to HBCUs. Y'all want to dip yourself in blackness. Y'all want to immerse yourself in blackness because you're ashamed of where you come from. But you're not black. It don't matter. You can put the uniform on. You can learn the ideology. It doesn't make you a black. Salt and sugar looks alike, but it's not the same. Dummies. We need our stereotypical. Now we need our black woman to be stereotypical, to be angry black woman, to be angry against these bitches. These bitches are anti-black. These bitches are pawns of white supremacy by coming here and causing division and confusion. African and Caribbean women are enemies to black American women. Not nothing violent, not on a hateful level, but on a political level. These are political and social enemies who are jealous of our women. They jealous of everything we do. They comment on everything. They copy everything we do. They have no social media presence if not talking about us or our women or copying us and our women or us and our dances. These motherfuckers don't contribute to nothing. They come here to be moderators. We don't need them moderating on our shit. We need them moderating on their country. We need them in their country. We need to get political actions and ramifications to stop these people from coming here. We need laws that differentiate us legally. We don't want them in our identity. We don't want them identifying as us. We don't want them communicating with us. Our algorithms shouldn't even cross. There is no reason why Africans and Caribbeans should be in our algorithms. We shouldn't even be speaking the fucking same. We need a completely detachment from these motherfuckers. When African Caribbeans come here from now on, they should not be in black communities and black cities and black parts of towns and black schools. They need to go somewhere amongst themselves, somewhere in Wyoming, somewhere amongst white people, and they shouldn't even see our TVs or hear our music. We don't want them copying or aspire to be nothing like us. We need them completely away from us and different from us. You know, the funny thing about seeing these motherfuckers too, you could tell they're not us. You can tell by what they say, how they look, how they hairstyle. You can just tell they're not us. Every time I see one, I be like, where's she from? And these motherfuckers are hiding their flags now. They're hiding their identity now. Now, before this, be so proud to show their flag, so proud of people they're from. Now they hiding their fucking identity, but we can still tell about what they say. Because what they say doesn't align with us. It's always suspicious. The minute they say black woman, red flag. Once they hear black woman 3 times, like black women don't talk. I know black women. My mom doesn't say black woman. My daughter, they don't. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Black woman, it's a thing, but it's like we know we black. You don't gotta keep saying black woman. You trying to get the attention of us, to get support from us, to get views from us, to use it to monetize towards us. We need to boycott these motherfuckers. We need to have these platforms demonetize all of them for using our content. Everything that's in our culture, other people doing it should be demonetized. They should not be monetized for doing our dances, and that's why people trust everybody. Nobody should be able to monetize our culture but us. That's the push we got to do. We need a complete disassociation, a complete divestation. Divestation. Hold on, divestation. Is divestation is a word? No, divesting. We need divesting these motherfuckers. But it's divesting. I'll make words out as we go. We need a divestation of these motherfuckers. We need a complete, they're not us. And matter of fact, fuck Caribbean too, fuck African too. They need to identify as a culture and a tribes. Because we don't want them conflating numbers, saying we Caribbean. We don't want a Caribbean population. We want an individual population. We want an individual culture, because all the people ain't the same. Like Latinos ain't the same. White people ain't the same. We need to individualize people nationality so we can see who they are and see how small their numbers really are. Because these people numbers are really fucking small. Together, it might seem like a 10%. 10% is a small number. But if you divide that into all the fractions of these people, they're fucking less than 1%, 0.7%. These people are fucking small, and they shouldn't have big voices especially in this country. They should be a minority. Nigga, they should have. We need everything in our algorithm divided in proportion. If they're 1.8%, they need to be 1.8% or whatever, views or whatever. They shouldn't have a big 100% following, 1,000. Nigga, fuck all that. Give the people what they deserve and who deserves it. Who did the work to deserve the fucking rewards. And we did all the work. We deserve all the rewards. We are the culture. We are the influence. Fuck all them. But now, let me get back to the topic again. And now, I be going on tyrant sometimes. I be forgetting the fuck I'm at. So let me recalibrate. You gonna see a lot of Haitian women pretending to be black, talking about black American women. You're gonna see a lot of West African women pretending to be black, talking about black American men. You're gonna see a lot of Haitian women talking about black American men. A lot of Caribbean women gonna talk about black American men, but they never talk about the men in their country. They never talk about the problems in their country. What goes on in America and amongst black America is none of their business. But these Caribbean bitches always got a lot to say, so let's get on to them. And mind you, these are the same cultural jealous people. These people didn't build nothing in their homes, and these people represent a minor percentage of the people of the nation they come from. And mind you, these are the same Caribbean bitches who are culturally jealous of us. These are the same people who say that black Americans have, main character syndrome. These are the same people in our country who live off our benefits, of the shit we fought for, talking about us as they eat off our plate, of our opportunities, talking shit about us. These are the bitches who are too ashamed to show their flags. These are the same bitches who are ashamed to dress in their cultural clothes, who use their culture. They want to These are people who cloak themselves in Black Americanness, who talk like us, dress like us, even their whole costume and aesthetic is American. If you don't have to train if you're not Black American, or you think all Black people are the same, you will miss these people. But I can tell by certain features, I can tell by certain conversations, certain tone, I can tell by the energy that these people are not American. Even if they hide their flag, even if they don't tell me, because out of them, it's a lot of fucking flag hiding. It's a lot of cultural hiding. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell because they'll never waste an opportunity to kick a Black man when he down. These are the same people who hate on Black American women. These are the same people who be at jobs snitching on Black Americans. But these bitches in particular have a big disdain for Black American men because we don't choose them. Now, usually these are the ugly bitches of their culture. The pretty bitches never got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Because usually they be bedwenches. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you can always tell they look funny. Their hair is funny. The wigs, the glue, the makeup, the filters, the hate. You can feel the hate on these immigrant bitches. So a lot of immigrant bitches, every opportunity a Black male comes up as in a negative form, these are the people who love to drag it in the mud because they're culturally jealous and they don't like their own men because their own men ain't shit. Their own men is always behind us. We are the epitome of Blackness. They're not. You know what I'm saying? We are the peak of Blackness. They're not. We are the peak of culture. They're not. We are the peak of resistance. They're not. We are the most respected globally. They're not. We are the most talked about. They're not. You know what I'm saying? We are the most achieved. They're not. We are the most inventive. They're not. We are the most creative. They're not. We are the most independent. They are not. These are small percentages, and they like to cloak themselves on Blackness. They like to talk about where they come from at all, because where they come from, shithole, mud hut, cannibalism, eating animals, shit, and doing weird, disgusting things in their country. So they like to come here and cloak themselves on Blackness to forget where they come from or disassociate. They like to say that they're American and they're born here. These are people who say, I was born here. Being born here don't make you American. If I was born in China, I wouldn't be fucking Asian. I would have still been Black American because my parents are Black American. You know what I'm saying? These are the cultural envious people, culturally jealous, the culturally insecure. That's what these people are. That's what we're dealing with. So these fake Black women love to kick Black men, and I'm here to kick them. And this is mostly what this podcast is going to be about: me kicking these pickaninny butt monkey shanty bitches the fuck down, putting them in their place because they ain't shit and they need to know. They know they ain't shit, but I'm just here to remind them they ain't shit. So without further ado, fuck these bitches. And talking about Black American women. This is not about Black American women. Black American, we don't kick. They don't kick these brothers down. Like we don't put our women there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this dissension comes from immigrants. And I'm here to address the immigrants, the dissension. They come here to divide us from our females. They be trying to commandeer the conversation between male and female by saying black men ain't shit, black men and black men. No. Talk about your men. Talk about Haitian men, Nigerian men, or whatever men you come from, or whatever Caribbean country. Talk about those men. Don't use black men. No. Black men, you're not part of our community. You're not our women. You're not our Black women. You're not our counterparts. And that's what need to be said. These people need to know that they're not our counterparts and we're not their counterparts. So whatever we doing don't concern them. Now, if our Black women want to say something, cool, fine. We could check them. We can have a conversation with them. But we ain't having no conversation with no immigrants in our country who fled from their country, who are ashamed of their men, who don't know their fathers, who come from paternity frauds. These women aren't honorable women. These people these are third world people. And they need to know that they will forever be third world and they can never be American. I'm here to talk about that. These women are double agents. And I'm here to talk about the undercover. These are undercover double agents. Caribbean women, Caribbean people, Caribbean and African people are double agents. They come to look at, they might look like us or try their best or they think they look like us, but they don't have our interests. They here on behalf of white supremacists. They're here to do the deeds and say the things white supremacists don't do, like Candace Owens, Tarana Burke, Cynthia Erivo, Joy Reeds. See what I'm saying? These minstrel bitches. And keep in mind, when you see these women, when you see these immigrants talk about black Americans, know that these are the best representations of their countries in America. And mind you, they don't move no waves, they don't set no precedents, they don't break no records in America. But if you was to compare these Caribbean American, these Africans, Nigerian Americans to the people in their country, these people are the elite in their country. So they mean something there. But mind you, these people had to flee their country. These are the descendants of people who had to flee. Why they had to flee? Because they were traitors, and they come from corrupt governments. There was spies, and they're the fucking weak links. So they don't even connect with their own country. Yes, they might show their flags, so where they come from, but they don't represent their own people. They represent America. See, they're not really American because they're not from here. They're not born here. They don't have the history. They don't have the lineage. But they so disconnected because they was born in America, but they're not from their country because their family are fleers and traitors and had to abandon them. They had to run and leave. So these people are in a these people are in a purgatory. They don't have no real space because they're not American, right? Or they're not American enough, or America doesn't accept them as our own because they're not our own. These are like foster kids, though. I'm saying these people are like, these are refugees and shit. Like, but they want to be proud of where they're from, but they can't be proud because a coward and a fleer can't be proud. So these people, so the people from the country despise them, we despise them, and they hate us. They have a lot of resentment because we don't really notice them. They don't stand out, and these supposed to be elite people, but they really ain't shit here. Yes, they get education, they do whatever they do, but they still can't surpass America. They can't break through nothing. They can't outdo us. They can't outperform us because they don't have the genes, they don't have the brilliance. You know what I'm saying? So they have to conform. They have to get jobs. These are regular workers. They're elite in their country, but they're below average in our country. So it's a lot of resentment and envy, and they take this shit out on the black men because the black men in America, we are the leaders of the American. Yes, black women, the black men, the black woman, yes, she holds precedent, but they don't want to get into with black women because black women will get in her ass. They want to be allies with the black woman because they don't want it with black women. So what they do is they think black women hate black men like they hate their men, like they hate us for rejecting them. But black women have a different experience with us. We dated them. They have crushes on us. We like them. We love them. They're our mothers. They're our cousins. They're our sisters. We are related to black American women. We are from the same community. Went to the same schools, have the same experience, listen to the same music. We from the same culture. These immigrants can't relate. So it's resentment and jealousy. You always gonna have cultural and heritage fucking ancestral jealousy of these people. They look at us in awe. They watch us. They see us on movies. They see us on the radio. They see us in sports. They see us at pageants. They see us doing elite shit. They see white people fucking with us. They see we're fearless. They see we don't kiss white ass. They see we don't assimilate. It's a lot of jealousy. So they got a lot to say. So they become like spectators. They always got something to say. They always got to say something about us. Like, think about Stephen A. Smith. He's a commentator. Think about Joy Reid. She's a commentator. Think about Candace Owens. She's a commentator. These people always commentating on us, but they'll never commentate on their people because their people does nothing of notoriety. Their people don't stand out. Their people are nobodies. Nobody represent them. So if you don't if your home team is not playing, you have nobody to root for, all you're gonna do is boo the other team. We are the other team. And they are constantly booing us. Candace Owens has nothing to say positive about black people. Roland Martin, he doesn't say too much negative about us, but he's on the wrong side. He's a Democrat, he's a shield, and he's profiting off us. He's not of our community, he's a Haitian. And the same with fucking Joy Reid. This bitch is a bozo. She's misrepresenting us how we feel and what we say. She's a fucking clown. She's a race baiter. She's causing problems. She has nobody to back her. There is not where she's from, like some part of Africa. I forgot what group she's from, but she's from like West Africa. If she was talking about races, right, and black Americans don't, that don't concern us, it's her people, right? She'll be left alone because there's not enough African people in America to defend her. We not defending her, so she's really not representing nobody. She's talking about racism in America. What racism, bitch? Your people wasn't hung. The white government let y'all in. They gave y'all better opportunities. What racism do the immigrants experience? If it's racism, you will be in your own country if you really felt that way. Y'all lying. Y'all race baiting using our pain and our emotions to get capitalized and get gains. That shit has to stop. We're not with that shit. You don't represent us or our pain or our racism. Immigrants are not allowed to talk about racism because they don't experience racism. What y'all experience is regular shit everyone experiences. Y'all don't experience racism. Racism is systematic. Y'all was let into the system. Y'all wasn't kept out of the system. Our racism experience is us being left out of the system, not being let in. Every immigrant come here is let into the American system and given welfare. Caribbeans and Africans get welfare the day they come here. They get housing vouchers, food stamps, and they get fucking scholarships. They get fucking dreamer programs. That's all forms of welfare. They get immigrant scholarships and shit. That's a welfare. We was left out. The immigrant grants and loans is welfare. The immigrants who get FHA loans is welfare. The immigrants in New York who in public housing is welfare. Y'all come here and get welfare. Y'all are in the system. Y'all not kept out of the system. Y'all not oppressed, nigga. No, nigga, y'all are allowed to come here to be what y'all be. Bottom class citizens, yeah. Y'all out there bottom class because y'all signed up to be at the fucking bottom. That's not welfare. That's an agreement between classes. You sign up to be at the fucking bottom class. Classism isn't welfare. Y'all might experience some type of classism or colorism, but y'all don't get the experience of racism. Y'all have no history of slavery in this country, of Jim Crow in this country, KKK experience in this country. Your land wasn't stolen in this country. Y'all wasn't mass incarcerated in this country. Cops don't target you in this country. You wasn't redlined in this country. You wasn't experiencing Jim Crow in this country. Y'all don't get to say racism because your racism doesn't check out. The meaning is incorrect on how y'all using it. Y'all just saying words because we say words. Y'all wear our costumes, but y'all don't know why we dress the way we dress. Y'all just see things, but not understanding things. Y'all don't experience racism in America, nor in your country. Now, colonization is a form of colonization. Yes, we was colonized, but y'all don't get direct American racism. No, the only people who experience black racism is black Americans. Yes, y'all might get some collateral damage, but for the most part, y'all get privileges here that we don't get. We get more privileges, really, but it's some things y'all get that y'all don't deserve, and some things y'all didn't experience that y'all get. Y'all don't get to say racism. Y'all don't get to use the word fucking racism. Immigrants, Caribbeans, and black Africans in this country who are allowed to work and go to school do not get to use the word racist in America because they come here with an agreement with the government to be third-class citizens. That's a privilege to them because where they're from the fucking third world. A third-class citizen in America is a first-class citizen in the third world. So they win by a fucking landslide. That's why being in America, opportunities, the food, the medical, only things you're exposed to is way better. Nigga, being homeless in America is better than having a house in Africa and fucking in the Caribbean. Being in the homeless shelter is better. The homeless shelter got better water and more electricity than these fucking people in their shanties and their huts. You can make more money in America panhandling than they can make working at a job in a fucking country. Being in America is fucking the fucking lotto ticket. We're not letting these people play the fucking semantic games for words that don't pertain to them. We barely got nothing. That's our racism is different. So don't talk about racism if you haven't if your grandparents ain't got a KKK story. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got a fucking parent that suffered from the mass incarceration or a cousin who died from AIDS or did crack cocaine or nigga, y'all didn't experience the racism. Y'all came in after the racism. Racism don't concern y'all in America. Talk about racism in your country. Don't talk about us. And that's what we're getting at. These people always come here, talk about problems that don't concern them. Problems that don't concern them. And these are the talkers. These ain't even the fighters. These are the fleers. These ain't the fighters. The fleers are talking for the fighters. We don't need y'all talking about us or for us. Or y'all don't represent us. Y'all ain't from our community. Candace Owens don't live in our community. We don't fucking know y'all. Roland Martin can't walk in our community. He'll get fucked up. We've seen him running. And this is the thing about these immigrants who talk about race all the time. They're not going to do nothing about racism. They can't. I'm going to tell you why. Because for one, they're not really citizens. If they are citizens, their parents are not citizens. So they're not going to jeopardize their fucking American status to fight with us against the system that let them in and to endanger their parents to get their parents sent back. Their parents tell them shut the fuck up. Don't shut the fuck up. These are they're pretending this for attention. They use race for attention. They're not about it. When we talk about racism, we really talking about progress. And nigga, this is what we do. We are bred to rebel. This is in us, my nigga. The rebellious people are not the people who are allowed by white supremacists to get privileges. The rebellious spirits are the people that the government are really oppressed. Black Americans really oppressed. We don't do this shit for fun. We don't do this shit for clout. We don't do this shit for attention. We don't do this shit for clicks. They do this shit because they monetize it. They get attention. They get fame. They get jobs. You know what I'm saying? Joy Reid ain't gonna bust a fucking. You never seen Joy Reid march or burn shit down. You never seen Joy Reid kick up no dust. They don't commit crimes. They haven't got no fucking felonies. How you gonna talk about, nigga, in order to go against white supremacy, you gotta be willing to commit a fucking crime. Nigga, to go against the government, you gotta be willing to commit, nigga, that's a crime. Nigga, that's rioting. Nigga, black Americans don't give a fuck. That's all we ever did. This nigga, rebellion is not in the immigrant spirit. Why would they do it? Nigga, this is their goal. They gonna come to their goal and fucking fumble in the end zone. Nigga, they already made the touchdown. Touchdown, the game is over while we are still fighting. We're playing different games. We doing this for real, and they doing it for attention. You know what I'm saying? When we mention race, it's systematic. It's our ancestors. It's what we experience. When they do it, they talk about us. They're talking to third party. Their racism is vicarious through us. They don't experience cop harassment. They don't get, I mean, they don't go through what we go through. The courts they don't know what a kangaroo court is. You know what I'm saying? They don't get chased by narcotics. They don't get framed. You know what I'm saying? Cops don't patrol their communities. They ain't in communities like that. They're faking, my nigga. These people, we should all be insulted when we see these people talk about racism, sexism, and feminism. These people be pro-abortion. Fuck all, man, nigga, they're anti-black. Immigrants are family orientated because they came here as a family, right? They big on family. You think an immigrant is gonna do something to jeopardize their family, to get sent back to where they fucking fled from, where they don't want to go to, where they don't identify as? Think about it. Think about these first generations, right? They're not going to jeopardize their parents. Even the second generation, they ain't going to jeopardize their fucking cousins. You know what I'm saying? And even if they're born here or not, nigga, their citizenship is at question anyway. We could always deny their citizenship. These are not really Americans. Americans could really put them through the ringer and say that y'all not citizens anyway. They could burn their birth certificates. They can burn their records because they're really fucking from other countries. That's what I'm saying. Nigga, stop. We can't be allies with people who not for real. Nigga, we can't get deported. They could. They never fought. We always fought. It's a difference in who we are, my nigga. Salt and sugar look alike, but salt and sugar is not the fucking same. See, we take the cloak of blackness, right? You expose all the third world shit, or the treacherous traitor shit, or the insignificant shit that they are. Because blackness is excellence. You say you us, oh, you all good, then you one of us? Okay, cool. We know your history. We know what you're about. We know your potential. But we reveal there's nothing but dumb. There's nothing black about them. These are people from different countries. These are traitors. These are hateful people. These are people who can't unite with their own people, who act like they want to unite with us. Want to talk about the black community? These people aren't from our community. These are refugees who was placed in our communities. These are the double agents. When you take blackness from immigrants, they have nothing to stand on but failure, but hate, but jealousy and betrayal. They have no loyalty to they have no loyalty to no country. These are the people we're dealing with. Treacherous people, traitors of their own country, envious people, tribal people, political fucking refugees, ostracized people. People who would die in their country. These are the descendants and the people we're dealing with now online, on TikTok, on Twitter. These hateful people who won't mind siding with white supremacy because they're all pawns of white supremacy. That's who I'm addressing. Like the best way to describe an immigrant in America is like, the best way I can describe how I can imagine how an immigrant feel in America is like someone who escaped from hell, right? They escaped from hell. Everything was fucked up, burning, and was evil and demented, cannibals. It was hell. They came from hell, right? And then somehow you make it to fucking heaven. But you're not really an angel. You're really a fucking demon. You a demon who put on angel clothes, right? Eat angel food. You see angels do what angels do. But you are really a demon, so you can't have or the access to heaven. You don't got angel traditions. You don't go to secret rooms. You're not allowed because you're really a fucking demon. Yes, you're here because God saying not calling the government God, but let's say the government was God, right? The white man is God to these fucking immigrants. Let me say that these white men. You see how this in Nigeria they're chasing on black people around because when he said it was a black Jesus, the white man is God to black immigrants, and they let these motherfuckers in, right? Yes, you are here. You made it here, but you get the minimum treatment. You can't really fucking hang with these angels. I mean, angels are forgiving people. They're welcoming people, so you could dress like an angel. You might talk like an angel. You might do what the angels do. But a lot of shit angels do, you don't understand because you're not a fucking angel. You are a fucking demon. You are a hateful, jealous, evil ass demon pretending to be a fucking angel. So you're on your best behavior, but the hate, you can't contain the hate because you are a fucking demon who just so happened to be in heaven. But you not really one of us. We keep you at arm's length. Yes, we embrace you, we take you in because we God's people. We are angels. We are heavenly. We doing all this, making all the best music. We doing all this best shit to clean this shit. This is where you want to be, and you can't go back to hell because the demons will torture you. So you caught in a purgatory. Yes, you are in heaven, but you are in the minimum heaven. You don't get to do the shit because our culture is different. We do shit in our household an immigrant could never understand until they come in and they can visit, but they can never get the full grasp of who we are. They only get how we talk, how we dress, and what listen. They don't get the idiosyncrasies of who we really are. Like they don't really get our idiosyncrasies. They don't get our nuances really. Yes, they can see it. They can imitate it, but they can't imitate or grasp what our grandmothers told us or what our uncles told us from different experiences and times. We get information and things about this country, about heaven, that they can never understand. It's things that we have traditions that they can never have, so they can't really understand us. They can imitate us, but don't understand us because who they really are fucking demons. So they can only be demons. They could be demons acting like they're good, but they're not. They're fucking demons. They come from hell. The third world countries are fucking hell, and all the people burning to hell wants to make it in heaven. And they come here and they don't know how to fucking treat the angels. That's the best way to describe it. They don't really fit in heaven. They're from hell, but they don't want to go back to hell. But they really don't fit in heaven. You know what I'm saying? They like to tell other demons that they're in heaven. You're not an angel though. But no. What you mean? I'm an angel. I was born in heaven. But yeah, but your parents are still fucking demons. That's the best way. I have no better way to describe these people. That's what the fuck they are. A demon's going to be evil. A demon's going to be hateful. A demon's going to be jealous. An angel's going to be loving. An angel's going to embrace these people. An angel's going to help somebody. An angel's going to give knowledge, bring light to these people. They bring darkness. They bring division. They bring hate. They bring tension. That's who these Caribbean and black liberal bitches do. They come here, they be feminists, they be everything against us, LGBT, they be all this weird shit. They side with white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Black Americans are the union in America, and these immigrant bitches are the people who work while we on strike. There's no other way to describe these people. We would get off strike and negotiate, you know what I'm saying? For better deals, they want to benefit off our negotiation where they didn't fight for us when we was on strike. When we had to go out and sacrifice, they was working behind our fucking backs. And then when we get benefits, they want the benefits too. These are double agents. Caribbean people and African people in America are the people who work while we on strike, and the black Americans are the unions if America is the business. America is the business. We are the union. These are the fucking people who work while we on strike. Keep that in mind. Anyway, let me back to the topic. Or double weaponized against us. First, weaponized against black Americans as a whole. But then the black American ally with these bitches to go against us even more. These are the monsters. Look at all these bitches on TikTok. All these wig wearing, dark skinned, funny face, funny feature having, funny talking ass people who always say black and always say nigga a little bit too much. And notice this too. Immigrants from Africa and the Caribbean always abuse the word black. They say black a little too fucking much. They say black too much like Puerto Ricans say nigga too much. They think because they grow amongst us or grew up around us, that give them access to black, like the word nigga give Puerto Ricans access to the word nigga. You know what I'm saying? They're similar. They're different, but they're similar. But all immigrants do this to us. Every group take from us and they take a word and they They take a word that's ours that pertain to us and make it about them, or make it relate to them, or make it applies to them. Like blackness in America doesn't apply to these immigrants. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell they abuse it. They say it too much. Like black Americans, we say black, but we talk about ourselves. We don't gotta keep saying black girl, this, black girl. Every fucking video you see, you use black. These motherfuckers abuse. It's like Puerto Ricans abuse the word nigga. It's the same. Immigrants do the same exact shit, but manifested in different ways, maybe different words, but they do the same. They claim our shit as if it applies to them. They think black means African. They think they think they are the fucking authority over blackness. Africans, especially Africans, think they're authority. I'm from Africa. Nigga, no, black doesn't mean that. That's not in your vernacular. That's not in your vocabulary. Y'all have words that describe black, but y'all don't describe it. What black means to you doesn't mean to us. What black means in America doesn't mean the same in Africa. Do you know what I'm saying? Y'all come here, y'all abuse black, and then y'all want to come with y'all colorism and say, oh, light-skinned black Americans are not really black, or black Americans are not really black. Shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Y'all shouldn't be allowed to say black like Puerto Ricans shouldn't be allowed to say nigga. It's the same exact fucking thing. Y'all abuse it. Y'all don't know what the fucking mean. Y'all think it sound cool. Y'all just use our shit because it's, my nigga, everybody use our shit. Immigrants abuse black just like Puerto Ricans abuse the word nigga. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna keep dwelling on this. They just be bastardizing fucking words, my nigga. All they do is take words and bastardize them, my nigga. They fuck up everything. Black doesn't apply to them just like nigga doesn't apply to fucking Puerto Ricans. Black is in the race. Negro is a race. Caucasoid is a race. Mongoloid is a race. A Congoloid is a race. Those are fucking races. A Caucasian is a Caucasian. A Negro is a Negro. But it's not the fucking same. That's the difference. And yes, white people, all Caucasians consider white, but what applies? White people rules and black people rules are different. Anybody can be white. Anybody can't fucking be black. Like we do shit different. We are different dynamics. We are opposite of white people. So we do opposite shit. See, whiteness and white supremacy, they all come together to work together. But this was saying is black supremacy because all these fucking Negroes come here and work against the black people. So therefore, black supremacy don't exist. Therefore, everyone from the fucking Negro race can't be black. Because it's white supremacy against all of us, but there's no black supremacy. There are only black people and people who cosplay and monetize and use black for a fucking costume and for a fucking cloak. These people abuse the word black. They're not black. What applies to white people doesn't apply to us. We have different rules. They always want to say, how come all Europeans could be fucking white? I don't know why the Europeans do what the fuck Europeans do, but nigga, everybody can't be fucking black. Different, nigga, because all white people work together. All black people don't work together. The only black people who are willing to work together, the only black supremacist is the black American. We was the only one on that Pan-African shit. We was the only one that fight the power shit. We are the only fucking ones. We don't backstab each other. We don't sell other people. We don't turn on each other. Nigga, we the only black supremacy, motherfucker. Immigrants are not allowed. Cause y'all can't work with each other. Y'all, nigga, we not working with people who flee their fucking country. And nigga, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. These are the people who work against us. Women are weaponized against us. Immigrants are weaponized against us. Our own women and immigrants as a whole are weaponized against us. In these colleges, institutions, brainwash, indoctrination, fucking liberal echo chambers, liberal breeding farms. All the fuck it is. All colleges are fucking liberal breeding farms, especially these fucking HBCUs. Fucking all these fraternities and sororities and shit. We just seen all the support that Kamala Harris got from HBCUs against our own interests. Democratic fucking Party, the party of the KKK, the party of the Confederacy. These are the people who talking for us, the fucking Democrats. Democrat has been our enemy and always will be our enemy. Malcolm X talking about the fucking liberal, the liberal white woman. The liberal black woman is no different because the liberal black woman works for the liberal white woman and the liberal white person in general. LGBTQ is against our interests. Trannies are against our interests. Liberalism is against our interests. Immigrants are against our interests. But these are the people who are speaking. Bourgeoisie. Fucking enemies. Son. Fuck the bourgeoisie. Fuck these fraternities. Fuck all these Greek steppers. It's all weird shit that does nothing for black Americans. The black caucus, none of these people. Fuck the whole system. We don't have the luxuries of tutors. We are systematically oppressed. And it goes without saying, but I'm not even going to go as far as back as I'm saying slavery when anyone is reading. I'm not even going to go back as far as back as, Reconstruction, who was the most educated out of slavery. I'm not going to go how fast we cut our literacy 50% within 10 years. So us not reading or us being illiterate, that's some bullshit because we already proved ourselves. We ain't got to prove ourselves again. We focus on the reaction instead of the cause, right? Black Americans not going to college is a reaction to something. What's the something, right? Now, we know all the oppression. I don't got to go back as far as slavery, Reconstruction. I'm going to go back to the Vietnam War. During the Vietnam War was during the civil rights, when blacks was educated, we had an educated Huey P. Newton, we had the Black Panthers who was educated, we had young educated people who was fighting for more rights and more privileges in America. And once we got these rights, they don't want to educate us no more. So what they did was, instead of educating us, they started importing and educating immigrants. That's how you got Obama's father here. You know what I'm saying? Because during this shit we fought for, they ain't want no more educated, rebellious niggas. They wanted people to feed the system because schools don't promote entrepreneurs. It only promotes pawns and coons. The less Black Americans going to college, the less coons are being made. But anyways, let's get back to the immigrants, right? So immigrants, especially Black immigrants, are made to make it look like Black Americans are having progress. Because look, not only do we got to share our resources, they even share the word African American. They even share the term Black, which these people are not Black or African American. These people are simply what they are, immigrants and from different nations. That's who they are. Now, for some reason, somewhere the wires got crossed that these people get to identify as African American, as Black, and they get the privileges as African Americans and as Black. Not only do they get the privilege, they get priority. They get to cut the line. And then not only they get to get all our, Martin Luther King scholarships, civil rights scholarships, all these scholarships that's supposed to be set aside for Black Americans because Black Americans are the only oppressed people in America. Nobody else is oppressed in America. Everyone's could go home. Everyone's decided to come here for a better life. We didn't come here for a better life. Nigga, we had the worst lives in America, and anything better, we had to fight for it, die for it, and kill for it. But we don't get to get the African scholarships. We don't get to get the Caribbean scholarships. See how that works? They get everything we get, but we can't touch nothing they get. We get to have African American and Black, groups and shit. I'm saying they could join our shit. Then they have their own little African and shit on campus, different college campus that we can't be included in. That shit has to stop. What's for us is for us, and this shit nothing in America be for them. Nothing. We should push shit and nothing be for them. Everything they want, they should build it. If they want a college, they should build a college. If they want opportunities, they should make opportunities. We had to make it. We didn't make our opportunities for them. We want everything for us. It's time for us to be selfish and xenophobic. Xenophobic is not racist. Xenophobic is not hateful. It's just putting ourselves first and being suspicious of other people who are not us. They are not us. We should be suspicious of. What's the purpose of them being here? Their purpose and a point of being here is white supremacy, to mitigate us, to water us down, and to take resources from us. Fuck that. We should always be xenophobic towards people who want to take from us and not give us nothing. The government got these immigrants here, and they give everything that's supposed to go to us goes to them. It goes to Latinos. Even goes to LGBTQ, which is weird now. So how to become a minority? It goes to white women. Everything that's for the government that we share with other minorities are supposed to go exclusively to Black Americans, because America was only supposed to be Black and white. The decarmonte is, we're going to make the Black people think that they're minorities. We're going to make them think that they're foreigners, they're Africans, they're immigrants. We're going to put them in the same pile as actual immigrants, and we'll make them share actual resources with the actual immigrants. So now we see an African, we see an Obama, we see a Cory Booker who's African, we see an Obama who's African, we see a Joy Reid who's African, when you see a Tiffany Haddish who's African, when you see all these people, we see a Candace Owens who's Caribbean, we see all these people in high places. Just because of skin alone, we assume that they're us and we're supposed to be happy. So white people going, oh, y'all not oppressed. Look at these people. Look at these token people. All these people are tokens for a reason. They all pick for a reason. They don't have no beef with the American government because the American government never did nothing to them directly. I'm sure some parts, America done had their hands in their country somewhere, but America never hung them. America never terrorized them with KKK. America never bombed them. America never flooded their communities. America never gave them eminent domain. All America ever did to them is let them come here, gave them welfare, gave them housing, gave them food stamps, gave them education, and they also gave them access to white penis, butthole, and vaginas. So-called black immigrants love white penis, butthole, and vaginas. It's like a delicacy. They love that shit. It's something they can get in their home country, really. It's a rare thing. White proximity is a rare thing. There is nothing better than having white proximity, these motherfuckers. They love it. They love white. They don't want to be around. They love white proximity. They love working for white people. love hanging with them, dating them, sucking pink penises and pink. They love that shit. Nigga, listen, black immigrants love nothing more than white proximity, penis, butthole, and vaginas. The bed buckery and the bed winchery is almost exclusively a fucking West African and Caribbean thing. These motherfuckers can't live without it. These bitches will deal with the worst white people. Look at TikTok. All these fucking relationships, all these Jamaicans, Caribbeans, Nigerians, these wives, they love nothing more than bed buckery and fucking bed winchery. Goddamn white penis, vagina, and butthole. They love that shit. They can't get that shit in the country. A lot of them are jealous, not only of a white blood. I'm saying they jealous of a white DNA. They do a lot of projecting. Oh, y'all got white blood. Y'all got white. Nigga, we can't help what we got, nigga. What made us? Y'all, they want us to. They always want us to acknowledge the African DNA, the African culture, but they always want us to shame our white DNA. Shaming any DNA that made us, the same all of that DNA. We're not ashamed of nothing. So what? It was rapists. So what? It was fucking. We don't give a fuck about it. It's us and who we are. We're proud of who we are. Yes, we got slave ancestry. We got slave master ancestry. We got native. We got all that, nigga. Y'all be trying to shame us for having white DNA, but y'all the first ones to get white women, white penis, white buttholes. And it's the thing about Africans too. They always wanted to shame the buyers of slaves, the Europeans, but they always wanted to ignore the sellers of the slaves, the Africans. To this day, each country in Africa have slaves to this day. Slavery didn't stop with us. No, they stopped shipping us, but they still slave each other to this day. Some of them are still slaves to this day. Look at Libya. Nigga, the projection they do calling us slaves, cotton pickers on that shit. They have slaves today. Some of their relatives are slaves today. Some of their relatives are slave captures today. Some of their relatives have slaves today. Nigeria, Senegal, Sierra Leone, all that shit, they all have slavery today. They want to just blame the white people. No. You come from slave captures too. Slave owners too. We don't know y'all. Nah, you can't shame us for having slave master blood, because we also got slave motherfucking capturer blood too. You motherfuckers, since y'all want to claim us so much, if y'all was to claim us, that means if we was related, we was family, y'all sold us anyway. So we supposed to shame the people who slaved us, and that not the capturers who sold us. The audacity, the fucking audacity of these people. They make no sense. They never make no sense. Nothing Africans say or do makes fucking sense when you dig into their fucking points. They make no fucking sense. West African have slaves today, millions of slaves, millions, not a few. Nigga, it's millions of slaves in Nigeria, nigga, Liberia, Sierra Leone, all these places have fucking slaves, and they have the gall to fucking fix their mouth and say, "Oh, the oppressor." You come from oppressors. Africans in America come from the oppressor class of Africa. These are the oppressors too. Just like the Indians and Brahmins who come here, they are the oppressor class in their country. All these immigrants come from the oppressor classes. No one is saying this. We ain't fucking stupid. Why are you here and not the real fucking, why the real mud hut motherfuckers ain't here and y'all here? How y'all get here? How y'all make it out the mud huts? How y'all make it? Some of y'all eating fucking monkeys and how do you make it here without fucking being an oppressor? Tell me, you scam somebody? How did you get here? They all come from scamming, oppression, or fucking exploitation of somebody to get here, nigga. None of them, nigga. We need to study these people, my niggas. These people have slaves to this day, and they come from slave fucking traders. These will never be our allies. These will never be our fucking friends. Y'all all literally come to America for white proximity, to work for white people, to go to white schools and get white benefits. Y'all motherfuckers are the worst and try to shame us. Nigga, y'all want nothing more than having mixed kids. Y'all love having mixed kids. Y'all want y'all kids to have white blood. The projection is crazy, outlandish. But yeah, white penis, white butthole, and white vaginas is what they fucking love the most. That's the bonus. Besides working for them, they'll work for free. They'll come here and work for free. They already work for fucking half price or 3/4 of the price. They're already the fucking low budget version of us. Fucking maids. They're coming to be fucking maids and fucking servants and peasants. Like, it's outlandish. All these things I just named don't exist in a country. Colleges don't exist in a country. Even if it do, it doesn't matter. Job opportunities don't exist in a country. And the job opportunities that they got here, we invented it. Like the medical field, we invented the vaccination, heart surgery. We had these great doctors who divided twins and do all types of shit. I mean, I'm not arrested right now, but we do all types of shit in the medical field that Africans never did. They like to say we have a low IQ. We have the lowest IQ, which is fucking stupid because IQs, intelligence is not one. It's different types of intelligence, right? The intelligence they judge us by is a European standard. They don't judge us by a Black American standard. If we was to make the IQ test, we would have the highest fucking IQs, and everyone else will fucking fail. You know what I'm saying? So they tokenize these people. And then let us say we have low IQs, the lowest IQ. The Nigerians have higher IQs, or white people the Black American has the lowest IQ. Let's hold that thought, right? I don't know how the fuck they do the measuring of IQs, but if we have the lowest IQ, that means we would have the lowest contributions, we would have the lowest inventions, and that means because if you have low IQ, that means you can't invent nothing, you can't create nothing. Why the fuck we create the personal computer? Why we created the cell phone? Why we created touchscreen technology, 3D? How was that we invented the EMT? We created the GPS. Like, we created shit. We didn't just create petty, small, dumb shit. We created that shit that people use every day. Every day people use the cell phone. Every day people use the GPS. Every day people use flat screen technology. Every day people use fucking lights. Every day people use electricity. What the fuck is people talking about? People who didn't create shit gonna tell us we have the lowest IQ. Get the fuck out of it. Now, white people created some shit too. What I'm saying, they could talk their shit too, but they had the fucking freedom to do that. We didn't. We created things under different conditions. We created things at a disadvantage. So imagine we have the same equality as white people, the same freedom, the same time, and the same luxury to go study and do shit and to experiment. Nigga, blow them out the fucking water. We are a different species, son. We are different. Our programming is different. We are hybrid people. The blood banks. Like, the shit we do changed the world. The fucking modern microphone. The modern toilet. So we have the lowest IQ, but yet our group is inventing more shit than any other ethnicity in the world. Only probably Germans probably compete with us. White people collectively have to compete with us. But individually, as groups, and everyone had a head start. Everyone was free before us. So you mean to tell me the people who were slaves, who wasn't allowed to read, right, was inventing shit during slavery, had patents during slavery, got robbed. We the reason why the light bulb works. Lewis Lattimore, it was one of the greatest fucking geniuses alive. You mean to tell me the group who created the most shit as far as technology, video games, and all that shit, the first fucking airplane, I mean, all this shit means the more we create, it means we have the lowest IQ. People don't fucking make sense. The people with the lowest IQ have the most influence with the least resources, less education. Like, people don't fucking think. Nigga, the people with the lowest IQ is the people who invent and create. Nigga, IQ can't be something you just study. Oh, yeah, he could perform this. He could do. No. IQ has to manifest itself. Intelligence manifests itself. Like, the intelligent thought has to manifest itself physically outside the mind. And nobody in America individually as an ethnic group created more than a Black American. We created the doorknob. That don't take much, but nobody before us did nothing. Time existed thousands of years. People have thousands of years head starts on us. Millenniums before 1865, people was fucking riding horses, fucking using lanterns and lights. They ain't have doorknob. Like, what the fuck people talking about? The cotton gin. Slaves invented the cotton gin and the fucking vaccination during slavery. Black Americans did this. So you mean to tell me we have the lowest IQ? Shut the fuck up. You don't make sense. We did more than any group in Africa and most groups in Europe. We did more than most Asians. Japan and China Nigga, they copy and clone shit better, and they perfected shit better, but we invented more than China. We invented more than Japan. If Black Americans was his own country, we'd be fucking 15th in the world. You know how many fucking countries that's developed? Nigga, that's all, nigga, add all the Europe and all the Asians, all them countries, we'll be 15 in the world. Shut the fuck up. A low IQ, that means we'll be the least at everything. No, propaganda says we the least, but nigga, the facts and the truth that we could point out physically doesn't make sense. Nigga, a low IQ can't make a flat screen television. Benjamin Banneker made a clock out of fucking wood. Who else did that? Nigga designed the whole fucking Washington, D.C. Nigga, who does that? Nigga, Malcolm X educated himself in prison. The most articulate person, come on, who does that? We nigga keep proving ourselves time after time after again, but we always prove ourselves time and time after again, and nobody else proved shit. Nobody else proved they did anything of significance but copy us. Even white people, the best white people, copy us. If we ruled them, if we was dominant, the world would be totally different. They would have no contributions. If we really had any more freedom and real freedom, nigga, like, people are stupid. Like, it's stupid. The shit people say about us doesn't make sense. Black Americans have the highest IQs. I don't give a fuck what a test say. I could point to inventions to prove that we did this and nobody else did. I said this before. We got the most points on the board. We don't give a fuck about IQ tests. We got real shit that manifested from our minds. Most people don't. A lot of groups don't. How many ethnicities? Nigga, in Africa alone is 3,000 ethnicities. Nigga, we topped all them. Nigga, our IQs is better than 3,000 people in Africa alone. How many in Asia? I'm pretty sure we topped all of them too. How many in Europe? We have to be the top 5 inventors of the world, if not top 1. And we doing all this shit at a disability. We do this shit with the least resources, the least freedom, the most constricted. People don't fucking make sense. It doesn't make sense. So the U.S. government gives these immigrants opportunities, and these immigrants forget where they come from. They forget that they didn't fight. They think that these privileges are birthrights to them. They think that America just want them here. No, it's a joke on them. America want them here for cheaper labor and to spite us at the same time, and to distract us at the same time, and to use them as spokespeople to mitigate our oppression, to say shit like we don't need reparations or the black community is happy with all the fucking scraps because in their country, fucking our scraps here in America is cake to them. Fuck cake. Our crumbs is the bakery to them. Because when we go to their countries, they all fucking beggars. Africans are beggars. These people come from begging, backbiting, backstabbing countries anyway. You know what I'm saying? So when they come here, they don't mind stabbing us in their back. They worship white Jesus. They want to talk and act white. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, before they can get to white people, they got to come here as children, right? The parents get to come here and work as bullshit jobs, but the children get to come here amongst us. We call them dirty. We call them smelly. We pick on their clothes. We actually Americanize these motherfuckers. They say it's insulting, but eventually they learn how to dress. They get the hygiene right. They conform to America. America's not a melting pot. Black America is the melting pot. We are the place that these immigrants get culture from. The Latinos get culture from. The Mexicans and the Puerto Ricans get their little swag from us. It's a little dabble in us. Because what I'm saying, and the Africans and Jamaicans come here, get their swag from us to the point that they identify as us. They don't realize that just because they born here doesn't make them part of our group. They forget that they're Haitian. They forget that they're African because they identify with us so much. But the thing about these people are they don't have the same type of historic connection to the land and to the history as we do. They don't have the same camaraderie we got. They don't have the same experience we got. They ain't got the same parents or grandparents we got. They ain't got the grandparent experience we got. So when they come here, they like to divide sexes. Like you see a lot of African and Caribbean women talk about dark skin and 4C hair and light skin and who's light skin and who's black. You hear black. That's how you know they immigrants, because we don't focus on black like that. We don't care about color like that, and we don't care about hair like that. But these people come here, right? They get their identity from us and they identify as us, and they get to speak. They get platforms, and white people don't know the difference between us, so they think that it's all good. They think a Candace Owens or Cory Booker or all these liberal, weird ass Africans and Caribbeans who are liberals and spokesperson, and they expect all these liberals, right? And they get to talk for us, but the thing about them not really being us, they derail our struggle because their fight isn't our fight. Our agenda is not their agenda. Our agenda is to get under and overthrow white supremacy. It's not taking over the country. It's just to get rid of white supremacy and have equality and have merit. That's the whole Black American agenda. It ain't some rebellious. We ain't that hateful, even though we should be. We could be hateful to want to hate our government and take over our fucking government, but that's not what we want to do. We just want everybody to live on their own merit and own equality, and we want reparations simply because it ain't because what's owed to us, because we do want what was owed to us, but it's the fact that we helped Jews get reparations. We gave Japanese reparations. We gave all these different groups reparations. We gave the slave owners reparations. So it's like, okay, no one's more American than us. So if everyone getting American shit, we deserve the American treatment more than anybody. That's why reparations is the thing. Because if no one got reparations in America, we'd be like, fuck it, we don't need reparations. But at the very least, we need to be left alone and not sabotage. Every time we build something, we get sabotaged. Immigrants, especially Black immigrants, African immigrants, are forms of sabotage because they taking our resources. When if it was less immigrants here, that means it'd be more opportunities, more jobs, more educated Black people. You know what I'm saying? And now, if they really want to get serious, right, about the whole Black thing. But let me go back to the Vietnam thing. They gave us heroin and gave us fucking Vietnam. My grandfather was in Vietnam, came back shell-shocked. That affected his family. It broke his family. Okay, that was the 60s. Now, the 80s came. Crack came. Crack affected my family. My mom smoked crack. My community was infested with crack. So that crack era was when I was a kid and I was a baby, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up a certain way where school wasn't my priority. Surviving my household was my priority. Surviving my community was my priority. Getting money, surviving, getting food in my house, getting clothes on my back. At fucking 14, that meant more to me than going to fucking school, learning about Anne Frank, learning about fucking multiplication. I could multiply. I could do trigonometry. I could read. I could comprehend. That's not paying me. That's not feeding me. That's not putting food on my back. Because what these Africans don't fucking know is when you pour in the projects, we are the booty scratchers. We was the booty scratchers before Africans came. We was getting picked on by our own parents before Africans came. The parents who got high, kids got picked on by the parents, kids who didn't get high, parents who had jobs. Because in our community, in our poverty, the mothers who didn't get high and had McDonald's jobs was better than the mothers who got high on welfare. And even the mothers on welfare was a higher tier than the kids' mother who's on welfare who smoked crack. Crack was devastating. So before any African could say they had any trauma, Black Americans picked on them. We was picked on too first. I was picked on, I could fight too, you know what I'm saying? See, fight, but we got picked on so because I ain't have the best clothes. I ain't always have clean clothes. I ain't always ain't have food. So I depended on free lunch. Nigga, once you come from that dependency and that vulnerability, you can't defend for yourself. When you get to an age you can defend for yourself and get an opportunity to make some actual money, you're going to take it. We don't see the long term. All we see was what's in front of us because we in survival mode. And we've been in survival mode ever since they burned down our communities, ever since they fucking redlined our communities, ever since they eminent domain our communities, ever since they stole our property, ever since they fucking put us in the projects. It been survival mode. So I'm for the generation of survival mode. I was born in the 80s. That's survival mode. Now my daughter is the new generation, the 18 and 20-year-olds, right? My generation did better than our parents did because our parents was the drug addicts. Not all, but a lot of the drug addict kids that used to get picked on, didn't have the clean clothes, eventually became the killers, the cool kids, and the kids with more money. At 15, I can make $1,000 a day. Some days I make $7,000 a day. You think I'm going to go to school when I can make $7,000 a fucking day? Well, I can make $40,000 a week at 16 years old. At 16, I could buy a quarter kilo for $5,000 and make 20. And every day it's moving in my neighborhood. Why the fuck would we go to school? Right over where I'm from, it's a gated community. It's a project, then it's Hamden. Right over that fence, there's people who get to play outside, who get to go on trips, who get to, they have the luxury of getting tutors. They get to play basketball and do luxury shit. I couldn't do that. I had no time for extracurricular activities. My fucking mom couldn't buy me football equipment. She couldn't buy me cleats. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just me. There was millions of kids like me. I have a group of people I grew up with who just like me. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I started making money, I influenced a bunch of other people to make money. And the cool kids who used to fucking laugh at me and joke at me, they became under me now because now I get the respect because I'm younger, making more than their mothers and they fucking fathers. And some of their fathers actually buy from me or work for me. Do you know what I'm saying? So now the roles change. So the underdogs become the fucking heroes for the short term. Because yes, it was consequences for being, the drug dealers, the cool nigga, the uneducated. Because at some point, education isn't needed. What's needed is information. How to survive our environment without going to prison. But that curriculum wasn't taught in no school. They wasn't giving us no jobs. The government specifically targeted us in our communities to sell drugs, to go to jail. They made the bills exclusively for us. So if they want us exclusively to attend college, I suggest that they turn all the prisons into colleges for free. We shouldn't be, colleges should pay us to go. Because if colleges care about this nation and the government care about this nation, they should pay us to be better. Imagine if prisons had the same curriculum as Yale, Harvard. It's possible to do. The government can finance that and pay that. And then everyone who goes to prison are the people who need correction anyway. The only way to correct these people is you educate them, indoctrinate them into doing something different that pays just as much as the streets do. And the best way to do that is to educate the prisoners because it's the school to prison pipeline. If you want a school to fucking college pipeline, well, technically the prisons is our type of schooling. So why not educate the youth into these fucking youth programs, turn them into colleges, turn prisons to colleges? Because the best minds aren't in colleges anyway. The best minds are the criminals. The best minds are in prison. The most potential of the people of the population are in prison. The most talented people are in prison because they fell victim or they dead because they had to fall victim to the system the government made. The government don't owe no fucking Caribbean. They don't owe no African. They owe us. And Africans aren't grateful anyway. An African ain't gonna come here and fucking rebel. A Caribbean ain't gonna come here and rebel. So we can never be allies with them because they could all get deported. Their parents could all get deported. So even if they get in trouble, the government could make laws and say, okay, none of y'all are fucking citizens anyway. Your first, second generation, that could be done because technically the 14th Amendment wasn't for them anyway. So they can never be our allies. They can never be our friend. They could pretend to be. They could pretend to be black girl magic. We could pretend to be black brothers when there was never black. We wasn't always even black. We was Negro. We was color. So what was they then? So was they black when we was color? Were they black when we was Negro? So was they black first? So was they black when we was 3/4 of fucking man? Did black exist before America? See what I'm saying? Like, it's like whatever we were in the 60s, we was colored. So there was color too. How come every time we change our identity or we want to identify ourselves, these Africans, Caribbeans get attached to our shit, our nationality and our ethnicity? Black isn't a race. The Negro is a race. Black always been an American ethnicity. When we met Jamaicans, there was Jamaican. When we met Africans, there was from whatever nation it was from. How in the fuck that now that we are delineating and Trump is on some bullshit deporting people, how's everybody get to cling on to blackness? It's a fucking lie and a scam that we don't have to go for. And I'm tired of these Africans saying we ain't have no fucking power to do nothing. See, they said we have the power to do nothing, right? But we had the power to get free. We had a power to desegregate. We had a power to get laws changed. I mean, don't get me wrong, we still got a long way to go, but we have power. Now, the thing is, if we had enough power to get black immigrants into this country, we have enough power to get them the fuck out of the country because that's no inconvenient to the government. They're confusing power against the government opposed to power against them. We are 90% the black population. We outnumber them. We outvote them. We outrank them. We have seniority over them. We could vote them out. We could make the government separate us from them. We could make the government stop giving them our benefits. That could happen. That's why they want to say they're black because being under the umbrella of blackness gets them privileges. When we take the umbrella of blackness, it gives them nothing because America owes them nothing and they know that. And once Black Americans, see, we influence culture. We influence so many things politically. Once we get mad enough and focus enough on these black immigrants, we take all their power. We do have the power. We just ain't tap into it yet. We just ain't that mad yet. And not enough of us recognize what the fuck they are yet. But the minute we find out, the minute we all focus on these people and realize that they bloodsuckers and we have no use for them, the government has no use for them either. The jig is up. We know that they using them as pawns in white supremacy. We could put policies up to stop that. We have the power to stop them from coming here, and we have the power to stop them from getting birthright citizenship. We do have the power. We just gotta activate. They slap us. They fucking playing games with us. They disrespecting us, saying we have no fucking power. Nigga, we have the power to get you here. We got the power to get you the fuck out of here. Y'all don't have no power. Immigrants have no power in this country. We have way more power than an immigrant. Way more influence. Way more backing. Way more support. If our artists, our politicians, our streets come together against these people, they will be the fuck out of here. We have the power. We have my power. We have a lot of power. We are the fucking sleeping giants. We are the fire-breathing dragons. We this merciful people, but we have power. They don't have power, and they challenging our power by saying this. America don't need them. America has no use or demand for Africans or Caribbean. What's the demand? What are they giving? What's the exchange? What power do they have? That's the question. They're questioning our power. Our power is proven. It's been proven during Jim Crow. It's been proven during slavery. It's proven during the 70s, 60s. It's proven every time we burn shit down, every time we get together, every time we focus, power is flex. We have power. The government, we are the biggest threat. How can you not have no power and still be the biggest threat of the FBI? That proves we are the most powerful. We are so powerful that white supremacy has to systematically oppress. That's because we threaten white supremacy. But us focusing on them doesn't threaten white supremacy. It doesn't bother white supremacy. Most white people will agree with us that these people shouldn't be here. The Americans who put America first know that we don't want no immigrants here, and know that they're not us too. We have power. They don't have power. How could they stop us? With laws, we can just change laws on them. We can just take their fucking rights from them. How could they stop us? What rights and what claims do they have to this country? None. That's what they're afraid of. That's how they want to attach the black. That's why everybody black now, because they recognize once they can't use black, then what are you? What's the purpose of you being here? Once white people going, you're not black American. You're not American. Once white people say you're not American, it's over for them. Once we start saying it, it's over for them. But once white people get on board with it, then it's double over for them. They have no business being here. They have no power over. They have no power in their own country. This podcast is about flexing our power on them. We have power we don't exercise, because we could have the power to off y'all. We have the same blood the KKK got. We have the same mentality and the same heart the KKK got. We could do that to these Africans. We could link up, put on masks, and get to target these Africans, these Caribbeans, and Latinos. We could do that. We outnumber all these people. Together, we outnumber them. But that's not who we are. And I'll promote fucking violence, but I'm tired of these people saying we have no power. We have a lot of power, but y'all don't want to wake up the fucking fire-breathing dragon, because if everybody thought like me, y'all would be scared to fucking death. The worst thing they could do was give a nigga like me a fucking YouTube channel and let other people like me hear me, because I'm activating different minds. We have the opportunity to do what we want to do to any immigrant in this country. Fuck the law. The law can't stop us from doing anything. I ain't promoting violence. I'm saying hypothetically, if we was to be on some bullshit, our gang was to organize, and our young niggas was to organize and say, okay, no more targeting each other, no more black and black crime. For now on, these immigrants gotta go because they're not Americans and they're taking our property. That's what KKK did. Y'all just fucking gotta be humble that the power don't activate, because at the end of the day, this is our country. We are Team America. You're not. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. And another thing too, stop letting these Africans tell you that we're fucking African. Your ancestors, ancestors wasn't just fucking African. There was European and indigenous too. I'm tired. Motherfucker told me today that my Lumbee shit is made up. I come from Lumbees. The African told me that the Lumbee tribe don't exist. Tuscarora tribe don't exist. When the fuck these Africans become fucking scholars and sociologists? You're not more educated than us. Y'all don't have fucking schools. Y'all don't have fucking kindergarten. Y'all don't have all that shit. We had school all our lives. Stop debating and supporting these Africans on these fucking TikTok channels and whatever channel. Fuck these people. What we're going to do is we're going to organize. This is our power we have. We have the power to organize and tell the government we ain't doing shit until you take all the resources from these Africans and these Caribbeans, because they're not Americans. We have the power to tell the government that they're being treasonous against their own citizens and prioritizing immigrants over Americans. And you know what that's going to do? The more we delineate, the less power they get, because they can hide under blackness. They can hide behind blackness the whole time being double agents, because they not us. They're not really black. They just using them black because it's a tool for them to maneuver and get things without giving nothing to the blackness. Africans don't give nothing to black Americans. Caribbeans give nothing to black Americans, but they take everything from us and they disrespect us. The government need to know that these people are not us, and we need to delineate. We need to fucking divest. We need to disassociate from these people. They don't need to be in our communities or our schools at all. That's what we got to fight for. When it comes to government, it's reparations. That's one front. But when it comes to these immigrants, it's delineation, divesting, disassociation. We want all their rights taken away from them. We don't want them to get no government funding because our government is not their government. If they want something from a government, they got to go to their fucking government. Let their government fund them. If they want to be here, let them governments build schools here. If they want to be here, let their governments build colleges and hospitals here. If they want to be here, the free ride is fucking up. We not no longer letting people of a different race, because these people from different nationalities are different races. We're not the same race. Race ain't always mean fucking skin color and no. Race used to mean tribe. So they're not the same race as us. An African, West African, East African, North African, these people are not our people. We are not related to these people. These people, our ancestors are not their ancestors at all. Nigga, we can't trace no African. We could find the white people in our family. We could find the Indian people in our family. Back 3, 4, 5, 6 generations. We ain't gonna find an African maybe 17 generations back. Fuck all that. We are socially more related to the white American than we are. And genetically, we're more related genetically and culturally to white Americans, not all white immigrants, but white Americans. For example, Thomas Jefferson line has 2 lines. He has a black line and a white line. All these slave owners have white lines and black. All these presidents have white lines and black lines. We all mixed in and related to the white American, not the white immigrants. Some white immigrants too, but for the most part, we are more related to white people in America than we are to Africa. We was with white people for 400 years, 200, 400 years before we even seen another fucking African. Most of us ain't see an African until the last 20 years, last 30 years. 70 years ago, we ain't see it. 50 years ago, 60 years ago, my grandmother didn't grow up with no fucking African. My mom didn't grow up with no African. I didn't grow up with no African. My daughter didn't grow up with no fucking African. These people are coming here now in small pockets, but they're not fucking us. We don't owe them nothing. We don't owe them open arms. We don't owe them courtesy. We don't gotta be nice to these people no more. All that shit's a stop. The minute we hear a different accent, we see different features, and people say certain things, we should automatically identify the enemy. These are ops. They come in here for our spot and our position, and they take. They ain't come to give nothing. They come to benefit off the blood that we had to spill. That's how we should identify Africans and Caribbeans from now on. And I promote no hostility. I ain't saying do nothing to nobody, but I'm saying recognize these people are not our people. That's a finesse. They've been finessing us for too long, saying we the same people, saying we. Stop letting people call you African American. You are an American. And secondly, you're black, but you're American before you are black. I mean, you're black first, but you are an American more than anybody. You're more American than most white people. You're more American than most people who claim they're indigenous people, because we are white, indigenous, and we're African. I ain't denying the African part, but I'm denying the African identity because we don't have no African identity. We don't have no African traditions. We don't have no African sayings. We don't have no African memories. We don't have no African food, African clothing, African, traditions. That shit is washed out because they used to take babies and sell babies and sell babies and sell their babies and sell babies and mixed families and shit. That shit was all out. The whole memory of Africa had been erased and bleached. We have more connection to this fucking country than anybody. We are not letting these fucking Africans and Caribbeans come here to benefit, eat, get educated, get fat, get rich, and divide us at the same time. That shit has to stop. Priority is reparations. Second priority is getting these fucking immigrants out of our country. It is your job to get these people out of here. Whatever they do at work, you need to fucking tell on them, report them. Whatever crimes they doing, whatever thing, you need to report them. And if you got to do to get them out of here, you got to do to get them out of here. I ain't saying doing nothing illegal, but there is no more taking these people in. There is no more coaching these people. I fucking drive trucks, right? There is no reason an African or Indian or Asian person who fucking have an accent to ever have a CDL license. That's a scam. They can't read. They don't even fucking drive in their country. Let alone them got them fucking 18-wheelers in their country. Why these immigrants get to come here and drive 18-wheelers? It's a scam. The CDLs is a scam. Most of these accidents are fucking African and Caribbean people. and Indians. It's time to push the issue with these immigrants. It's time to ask questions. Why are you here? How'd you get here? What field are you going to? Why? What loans are you getting? What benefits are you getting? It's time for us to go in these motherfuckers' pockets. It's time for us to audit these people and go to our government and put policies stopping everything. We need to stop all government assistance to immigrants. Everyone. They should get not one. If they want to come here, let them come here with their own bootstraps. Let them really come here with $2 in their pockets for real and earn their way. It's impossible to come here with no fucking money. The government has been assisting these people and giving these people the easy pass to success just to spite us in the face. That shit has to stop. There is no way we could be allies with people who don't want to fight our enemy. And we don't have the same enemy. The American government, it is not these people's enemy. It's their fucking best friend. It's their Jesus. People who feed them, the government, they educate them, give them a better homeland. It's safety. These immigrants will not be part of the revolution. They ain't come for that. They come to smile in our face and tell us what we want to hear. They're going to do something else. They're going to turn on us. They be CEOs, they be judges, they be politicians. They do anything to appease white people because they owe white people loyalty. They owe white people respect. These immigrants owe white people everything. The white government, they owe them everything because these people are chess pieces. We are the only people in this country that goes against the government. The fucking Latinos don't do it. The Asians won't do it. Everyone will go against us. And the government is our enemies, but not on no terrorist shit. I'm not saying take over. I'm not saying kill. I'm not doing that's wild shit. I'm just saying we need to step to these governments about this business. Before the immigrants came, if there was no immigrants here, we would have more and we would turn up more. We don't need them talking for us. We don't need them in our culture. We don't need them in our music. And we don't need them dressing like us and pretending to be us. We should all be offended when we see an African or Caribbean dressing like us and talking like us. We should check that shit ASAP. We should always be on their heels. We should never let an African or Caribbean call himself African American or Black American or Black. That shit has to stop because it muddies the waters. They get to say they Black African American on government documents and get Black American benefits that we earned, that we died for. It's a bit of a podcast, man. Hey, yo, check it out. I know I've been, skipping videos and skipping weeks, but yo, I've been trucking for the last 120 something days. And I'm about 89 days on a roll. A couple more weeks, I'm gonna be back at it regularly. Dig what I'm saying? I don't want to lose subscribers and I don't want to lose your attention, but yeah, I got to get into this business so I can expand my platform to an actual real network. Another studio. I'm about to rent a bigger studio. So I'm going to have 4 different things. I'm going to have 4 different podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Just bear with your boy. I'm doing this shit out of pocket. And trust and believe I'm going to turn this shit up. Bunch of pretty bitches. I'm going to have immigrants. I'm going to have white supremacists. I'm going to have Yale students. I'm going to have all that shit coming. You know what I'm saying? Kick it with me, conversations, different things, different topics. I'm going to be more consistent, but I got to grind first. With that being said, man, yo, love is love. Respect. What's the point of going to college when a white boy ain't got to go to college at all? But he could be a fucking middle school dropout, but he has systems designed for him to win. A high school dropout can make more than a fucking black person with a PhD just because his family is somebody or his family knows somebody. Nepotism exists. You gotta go against nepotism, favoritism, discrimination. They have a whole monopoly. Nigga, we only own 1.6% of the wealth, 2% of the wealth. 8% of the wealth belongs to white people. They can't lose. Us going to college doesn't stop our money. It doesn't take from us. It doesn't mean nothing. Us going to college makes them richer. It's a scam. So you can go to college for 8 years and still work for a high school dropout because some white motherfucker owned the business and his crackhead son, dope fiend son who shoot fat over fucking 40 years inherited the business and he be the boss. Or he gets clean and his father just give him a job over you so you ain't got to do nothing, get an easy check. Or the same time that you went to college for, somebody else dropped out and made a business, and by the time you finish fucking college, that nigga mastered business, they got to work from him. Your degree got to work for a fucking high school dropout. A fucking degree, a paper doesn't mean success, and it doesn't mean you'll be a millionaire, and it doesn't exclude you from working for dropouts. Most businesses and most successful pioneers and entrepreneurs are dropouts or people who never went to college anyway. Phyllis Wheatley, first black female, didn't have to go to college. Madam C.J. Walker, she didn't have to go to college. Benjamin Banneker didn't go to college. Like, historically, people didn't go to college. They become millionaires, especially black people. That's not our route. That's how we assimilate in America. You want to assimilate and be a coon? Yes, go to college. Go to college. You want to be a fucking Cory Booker or so many other people who didn't fucking graduate college who were successful. So many motherfuckers to name. What I'm saying is, I'm not discouraging anybody from going to college if you're a dork like that. If you're a dork, you got time, you got space, you get to read shit, learn shit, go to college. But nigga, don't let these motherfuckers pressure you or make you feel, fuck these people. Especially these liberal and Democrats and these bitches. Who gives a fuck what a bitch gotta say? Listen, y'all bitches try to fucking shame us. You can't shame us, bitch. This is what they're not saying too. Even though, we might have declined in colleges, our money didn't decline. So we still making money somewhere. And it's the thing, they try to shit on trades. Nigga, look, going to college prepares you to get a job. Getting a trade, you could own a business. A trade like plumbing, a trade like being an electrician, HVAC, learning how to paint, being a carpenter, being a fucking roofer, motherfucking, even having a CDL, you own your own truck, you own a fleet of trucks, computer repair, computer programming. These trades are more important than anything you could get in college. You can make an exponential more amount of money learning these trades. You could not only get trades to get good money, you could own your own business. College don't teach you that. A lot of dropouts, your favorite billionaire dropped out of college to become a billionaire, a trillionaire. Probably didn't go to college. Trump probably went some bullshit college. You know what I'm saying? Because Bill Gates, the nigga from Facebook, these niggas dropped out of college. You know why? Because they started making money. Because it's not about college if you make money. If you making money, you don't gotta go to college. So if you find a way to make money, you don't need fucking colleges. Black men made money in the past, became millionaires who couldn't even fucking read. You don't gotta read to make money. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is know business and no money. All you gotta do is know how to count, add, divide, and no taxes. You get minority loans and you get loans from the government to fund your business. All you gotta do is learn trades, learn how to get an LLC, and learn how to get loans, and learn how to finesse the government to get funding for your company. It's simple. Learn how to pay taxes. You don't need fucking college. College is not the way to success. Going to college doesn't guarantee you success. It actually probably more than likely you're going to fucking fail going to college. Sure, you might be articulate. Sure, you may have some fun. You may have some decent with some white bitches. But you got gang with you that anyway. Nigga, most criminals, the best criminals are articulate with never going to college. Nigga, enough time in jail make you articulate. All you do is pay attention and read books, work on your diction. You don't need to go to college for that. We not living to work in factories no more. Those times are done. You don't gotta be successful because you go to college. There's a lot of motherfuckers who go to college who work at Walmart, who work at Wendy's. There's a lot of educated black women that's being evicted. There's a lot of educated dummies. And because you educated in one thing, don't make you educated in everything. And because you educated doesn't even make you fucking smart. There's a bunch of educated fucking dummies. There's a lot of broke, educated people. Look, the only education you need is if you being a doctor or being an engineer. Everything else is wasting your fucking time. Fuck the experience. You know what that means? That means if black people don't go to college, that's less black men being introduced to white women. There's going to be less mixed kids. There's going to be less niggas leaving the neighborhood. And you know what's a good thing too? When niggas is not educated, that means when you're not educated, that means you don't give a fuck more. That means you have more anger in you. That means you're willing to turn up. These niggas who go to college become docile niggas. They become tap dancers. If none of us went to college, we'd be a whole lot angrier and be a whole lot niggas in the streets turning up and burning shit down. I don't want nobody to go to college. I want all black Americans to drop out of fucking college. All of them. Let the bitches go, because the bitches, whatever, bitches got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Bitches got time to be studying and doing, they don't do nothing else. We out here fighting and surviving because look, black men are targeted to go to jail. Black men are targeted by police. Black women aren't targeted. I mean, they're more targeted than white women, but like they ain't as targeted as half as much as black men are. The whole fucking mass incarceration, economy is built on black men. The whole prison economy is built on black men. So not only do they prison us, not only do they put us on drugs, not only do they fucking don't give us medication, they lie on us, they frame us, they do everything to get the black men. So of course it's more educated black women, because black women got time. Look, if society really wanted black men to go to college, you know what they do? They turn fucking prisons into colleges. No one ever thought about that? If all the black men are going to jail, if it's a fucking if it's a school to prison pipeline, why not turn the prisons into fucking colleges? Think about it. Especially if you want to stop crime. Think about it. If you want to stop crime, right, or mitigate crime, what's the better way than to educate the criminals? Most criminals aren't even violent offenders. Most of them are just in there for, stealing, drug dealing, scamming. They'll take them same people who are good with numbers, who could have ran corporate fucking companies. Take them same people, educate them, get all these fucking numbers. You give them like 10 years to get educated. When they get educated, give them early release based on these programs. Give them an incentivized reason to get short sentences by getting educated. When they come to the community, they could feed their families legally. They could still be cool and have the same influence legally. Now, some are going to abuse it and become more criminal. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Collateral damage always happens. But for the most part, people off the street who only got there because the government sucked all the resources and opportunities from the community, so they found an alternative way to make a living in America. Then you criminalize these people. Okay, if you criminalize them, you could educate them and bring them back, and that'd be a better investment. It will stop recidivism. Most people just read and go to school in jail anyway for bullshit reasons. You might as well put the best educators into the prisons, because when they come out, they can have jobs and still influence and still be cool and still, nigga, that will work way better than any dork. Dorks don't come back. Dorks don't have ties to the hoods. These nerds grow up in resentment because everybody rejected them anyway. These ugly bitches grew up in resentment. Nobody wanted them anyway. If you get the cool niggas, the leaders, the gang leaders, the drug lords, and you educate them and then re-release them, nigga, crime will stop. Because these are the same people who can influence crime. If they can influence crime, they can influence crime to stop. They can make kids go to school. These are fathers you are fucking arresting. If you bring the fathers back, educate them, indoctrinate them into conforming, how to pay taxes and shit and do all that shit too. Nigga, that'll be the best investment our tax money could ever do. Most kids want to be like their fathers anyway. So if you make their fathers doctors, lawyers, educators, and entrepreneurs instead of criminals and giving them felonies and blackballing them, that leads to more crime. If you want to stop crime at the fucking root. Get the criminals and educate them and make them productive citizens. That would be the best way to spend our tax money. Turn the prisons into fucking colleges, universities. Not the rapists, not them weirdos, niggas, I'm saying, but the niggas who got like one murder, self-defense, or shit like that. I ain't saying niggas who beat bitches up, but they can get some too, but they might need therapy. Give these motherfuckers therapy while they in jail. Therapy and education should be in prisons. The best therapists, the best educators should be in prison, because those are the best of us. And it should be free. The taxpayers should pay for it. Motherfuckers pay for all these fucking immigrant children, all these fucking immigrants. Nigga, if we cut off all the immigrants and every dollar we give the immigrants and put it into our criminals and black communities, America would be fucking 10 times greater. Immigrants and their children need to get the fuck on or come in here and really live by their fucking bootstraps and really get it on their own without government assistance. Without taxpayers' money. These are not our people. These are not Americans. Fuck them and their children. Each and every last one of them. And stop making their children Americans too. Stop giving these nigga, take all the birthright citizenship from all these immigrants. If they want to come here, they want to be productive, they got to come here right, and they got to give to the country. If they're not giving nothing, they should be deported. Fuck working. We got enough workers here. We don't need people holding up white supremacy. Workers hold up white supremacy and unfair wages and shit. Fuck all that. And you know why so many black women are being educated? It's to weaponize against the black men. Because once you educate the women, once you lock the men up and educate the women and start paying the women more to become more bell wenches, they become more indoctrinated and subjected to, LGBTQ, feminism. Nigga, name a college they don't support LGBTQ, trannies, and all that other weird shit. These colleges are indoctrination centers. These are liberal centers. Each of them, all of them are. They educate women. The women turn on the black man, and then they go against their own interests by supporting, feminism, LGBTQ, and having fucking abortions. And they start being bed wenches because the white men educate them, the white men employ them, the white men start dating them. The white men move these bitches up so they could date them. The white men got the pick of the fucking litter when it comes to these educated bitches, because these are their systems. These are their institutions. They have the monopoly over the minds of black women. The whole time they've been locking black men up, killing black men, getting them hooked on drugs, framing black men, You know what I'm saying? Giving black men felonies and making the felonies stick there so they can't get jobs, all while supporting and elevating the black women who have minion over the child, because, you know, all the laws, when it comes to law and these institutions, it all favors the women. They have black women looking down on men, shaming us and shit. All these bitches on TikTok saying how the black man and this and that. All these indoctrinating bitches. And on top of that, you got the immigrant bitch who come in and add more gasoline to the fire, because they don't give a fuck about their men at all. Immigrant bitches think lowly of their men. Then they come here and date us, and they funky and musty and dirty and dusty, and we shit on them because we don't want them, because we want black American women who got swag and shit. So they have vitriol against us. When they grow up, it's definitely fuck black men. No, so then you got black women who are indoctrinated. You have these immigrants mixing in and being a fucking spokeswoman. Bitches like Joy Reid, Tarana Burke, fucking Karis One in the face ass bitch. I'm saying, but matter of fact, little side note, the Me Too movement was influenced by the most gruesome, hideous looking bitch in the world. Like, nobody sexually assaulted that. Did you see that? Did you see that bell pepper nose ass bitch? That my pet monster nose ass bitch? That motherfucking Tarana Burke, the Karis One in the face ass bitch? The fucking audacity. Now, Candace Owens is also a spokesperson. She's one of these indoctrinated bitches who could have got the business, but she was a bedwench into the white schools who they call all types of N-words and shit. And look at her now. But she's more conservative though, so she's not. But still, an anti-black bitch. You know what I'm saying? But black women still don't make more than black men. Black immigrants still don't make more than black Americans. If black American was a country of its own, we'd still be doing better than the whole Africa and the whole Caribbean by 2 or 3. The only people who get money in Africa is the corrupt politicians. Everyone else is fucking poor or related to the corrupt politicians or the militia. Even if our rates is down in colleges, our money is still up. We're making money somewhere else. There's other opportunities. We don't need fucking college. We don't need to be converted to be Democrats amongst these gay people. They go to college and become gay and do experiments and shit. Fuck white bitches and shit. I'm saying get turned out. Fuck all that. I want less niggas to go to college. Get more trades. Learn more hustle. If a nigga 16 can drop out, go to Job Corps, learn how to be a plumber, learn how to be an electrician, and learn HVAC, that nigga could be a billionaire every time he's 21. I mean millionaire, not billionaire. That's outlandish. If he get his own business, he plays cards right. That take only a few years. Nigga, to be somebody in college, that take 8 years to be a fucking PhD or a fucking scholar. 8 years? Who the fuck got 8 years to waste? And the money. Nigga, college used to be free until black niggas got into it. Now it's astronomical. And on top of that, they promote college, then you're supposed to get a house. And that's more debt. The whole game is to put us in debt and keep us paying white people and fuck all that. Nah, fuck college. I'm saying, fuck college. You don't need it. You don't need it. You can read your own books. YouTube, you can listen to anything. Books are free. You can buy any book in college. You can learn anything a college person learn in a faster amount of time and apply it. You might not be a doctor. If you want to be a doctor or some NASA motherfucker, but they don't promote that to us. They promote us to be basketball players. They recruit us and shit. How come they recruit us to be doctors? Like, the whole shit need to be flipped upside down. They need cool people to be fucking doctors and lawyers. They need to educate these criminal niggas, these drug dealer niggas, make them the doctors, make them the lawyers, make them the astronauts, make the cool niggas the actual people to be role models. Why they in prison? I'm telling you, it'll be fucking genius. But we don't want to follow dorks. Niggas don't want to be a fucking Ben Carson. Niggas don't want to be a fucking Obama. Niggas don't want to be a fucking, what's that fat mother? We don't want to be a Roland Martin. We want to be a, niggas don't want to be a Cory Booker. These niggas are corny. We like cool shit, and that's just our nature. I mean, we can't change that. I mean, we should prioritize people like them nerds, them dorks, but for some reason, we don't like dorks. So in order for us to get more kids interested, nigga, you had to free people like Tookie Williams. You got to free people like Larry Hoover. You got to free these gang members and educate them, and even Big U. You got to free Big U and reform Big U to be a doctor or a lawyer for him to have, nigga, you can't just arrest him and throw him away. Yes, he fucked up. Yes, he was sturting niggas and shit. Yes, he was cripping, but you can use Big U as a role model to educate him and give him fucking good money so he could really teach the youth. We can't throw our best away. We can't lock our best away up and just throw them away. We have to reform them and make these niggas cool while they in prison. We have to educate our prisoners. That should be our priority. That should be law. Nigga, make these niggas doctors and cool shit. Put them on probation forever. You know what I'm saying? Monitor these motherfuckers, but keep these cool niggas in charge and then put them in schools. Then put them in the community. Nigga, this shit will go up. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to lock our best people up that y'all call them criminals because these are financial. These things, first of all, getting money, punking people, selling drugs, and taking people's shit, those not fucking crimes. That's money plays. Those are money plays. Crimes is sexual molesting kids, beating a woman, and fucking taking pensions from old people, and fucking manipulating markets and collapsing and making people poor. Those are real crimes. White collar crimes are real crimes. These people like Big U and all these other people, these are not criminals. Yes, to a degree they're criminals, but we can reform these people and use them. We have to use our gang members, and we have to push rap into a more positive thing. The government is deliberately misleading people and making our good leaders into the bad guys. And people gonna keep following these bad guys because that's what we know. He's not gonna be he set the example. We shouldn't give people like Big U and these other people, I'm saying Big Meech and these niggas sad, but we might be a rat, but we shouldn't let our people go to prison for life. We should make the government reform these people, turn them into doctors. My thing is this: people go to prison. In order for them to get out, they gotta get a PhD. They have to be scholars. Don't give them life in jail. Make them become scholars so they can get paid $1 million a year. If we start paying our best, nigga, the rest will follow. But these dorks aren't setting an example. We can't relate to a Barack Obama. He has a white mom. He never lives in the nigga. We from the projects. We from the slums. We from the goddamn streets. You know what I'm saying? We can't relate to these dorks. So to flip it, you have to educate our best. It makes sense to me. So the tide of Vietnam experience, the crack epidemic, the heroin epidemic, the mass incarceration, the times of the 90s and 80s up until now, because now it's not my generation, it's my daughter's generation. Those are the kids that are going to college, right? They have other options now. They have the Marines, they have the military, they have the Bitcoin, you have TikTok, YouTube. There are other avenues that don't require college. There are other things that get money as far as change that don't require college. College been a finesse since the 80s. Because before college was a thing, you could have a factory job and still get a mortgage, have to raise a family and buy a house and all that shit. The times has changed. That was the boomer generation. College was good for the boomer generation because they got everything the civil rights movement fought for. You know what I'm saying? But after that, my mom's and pop's generation was fucked up. My generation was fucked up. These new kids have different avenues, and they come from generations that people didn't come from college. College wasn't a big thing or priority, but there's other avenues. Kids today don't need college. There's other avenues. The whole objective is just to get money. There's a million ways to get money now. You don't need college. College is a waste of time. It's a finesse. All it is a recruiting ground for Democrats now. LGBTQ now. Feminism now. Men don't want to be exposed to that shit. Kids today don't want to be exposed to gay shit, feminism. I mean, some do. And those who do, go through that. I'm saying those who want to be Democrats, go through the process. But there are other avenues now, and college doesn't control the monopoly of success no more. Just like the news don't control information no more. Times have changed, people have changed, and as things change, people will adapt. So there's no demand for college no more. People see the finesse. No one wants to be in debt no more. No one wants to go to fucking waste 8 years not to get a job. It doesn't make sense. Trades is easier, trades is shorter, and trades give you more return for your money. Kids can see their options now. Different avenues now. They want to do different things. A lot of things you could do on your own. Entrepreneurship should be pushed more than college should be pushed. And that's what's happening. There's more entrepreneurs now. You know what I'm saying? It's other options, other choices. People are making better decisions. Everything is changing now. The demand for college is declining because the times is changing. The old ways to get information is changing because technology is changing. The old people who used to run the Democratic Party, who used to be our black leaders, are dying now, and they're not making sense no more because the times change. The demand changed. The climate is changed. Everything is changing for the better. Everybody is smarter now without college. What's really happening is the Democratic Party is declining. That's what's happening. You need black American men for relevance when it comes to these riots. When it comes to these protests, when it comes to these when it comes to protesting, and when it comes to like, when it comes to social capital, you know what I'm saying? You need that find any group that have relevancy as far as like the LGBTQ, the feminism, liberals, they need the black struggle. We take away the black struggle from the liberals, the Democrats, and from colleges, is null and void. It's not necessary no more. It's not relevant no more. It's just people complaining without the cause no more. We are the cause. We the only one who have a justified cause to complain about anything. Kids are coming more conservative now. That's what's really happening. And the industry is losing money. And when people lose money, people lose jobs. So people lose money, people lose jobs, and people lose jobs. So people lose money, people lose jobs. People are losing jobs, and schools are going to be closing because it's not necessary anymore. They've been selling niggas wolf tickets as far as go to college. College would decline because it's not prestigious no more. No necessary. It's like churches would decline because nobody believe that shit no more. It's superstitious. Music is declining because anybody can do it now. Everything is declining because everything is accessible. Everybody has information. There is no more controlled ways of doing things. It's an information revolution. It's a economic revolution. Everything is changing. Like, think about it. People used to get information from the news. Now everybody can be a newscaster themselves. Buy podcast equipment. People used to need labels to sell music. Now everybody's independent. People used to need big studios to record music. Now you can do this on your computer. People used to need house phones to communicate. Now we got phones in our pockets. Now everything is simplified now. They're always into new ways. Gatekeepers are not necessary. People can't gatekeep things no more. People can't control monopoly because there's other ways and other options now. That's why television is dying. Movies are dying. People will make their own movies now. Everything is changing, and college is unnecessary. What, you going to the party for the experience to meet people? You do that shit anywhere. You do that shit in the project. You do that shit in prison. You can meet people in prison. You can party anywhere. You know what I'm saying? The college experience isn't worth the money. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you paying for a party and a fucking experience. But at the end of the day, it just leaves you in debt with no money. The old ways are dying. The gatekeepers are dying. The institutions are no longer necessary. This is a do-it-yourself generation. And the new generation is adapting and moving swiftly. You can find success in other ways. These kids are doing things. A baby could navigate through a fucking phone. All people can't even fucking open an iPhone 16. You know what I'm saying? Things are changing. These kids are adapting. The old ways are no longer necessary. That's in a nutshell. Who gives a fuck about college? What does it mean? Oh, I'm educated. I got a PhD. Or who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? What's your revenue? How much you making? Everything online. You can go to school online. You can learn anything online. Any question you got, you can find it in your phone. You don't got to go to school for it. YouTube has all these books that people need. You can learn anything now. You don't need school to learn. You don't got to be there physically. You could be in school on your fucking phone. The epidemic fucked everything up anyway. A lot of jobs will be cut because a lot of people, technology is taking over. A lot of things going to be shut down. A lot of stores, Amazon, you don't got to go to the store no more. You get shit delivered to you. There's no more toy stores no matter because you can order toys online. The old ways will die, and this is a new way. We're on the verge of a new thing where we ain't going to never need college again, except for a few things. Surgeries, probably, but even that's going to change. Pretty soon, robots and AI are going to do all the surgery for people. People's going to do the programming. You can learn programming online. It's not about a certificate. It's about what you really could do. You can make money really being good at and learning something to do. So you don't need college no more. You can be your own engineer. You can be your own producer. You can make movies. You can make music. Anything you can do on your own now from a computer. And equipment is affordable. It's just technology is taking over, and there are other options, other ways to make money. People don't even need church no more. You can get a sermon on YouTube for free. You don't got to meet women outside no more. You can meet a bitch on a dating app. Everything is changing. Pretty soon, you don't gotta go to the club no more. You could put a club on your TV, and everybody gonna be at home dancing, meeting people and shit. There ain't gonna be no clubs no more. Everything is gonna change. Everything, the old bulky physical shit is gonna fade out. That's just what it do. And the first thing that should go is colleges. And then after that, prisons gonna go too. Because things are gonna change. Things are constantly changing. Pretty soon, people gonna be prisoners in their own home. That's how they're going to do. They're going to have monitors in their own home. The old ways is just dying. Information is available. Why buy a book and study a book when I could just get the same thing for free on my phone? Why listen to a teacher? Like listen to somebody my age teach me the same thing, somebody I can relate to. I don't gotta deal with no white lady. I got somebody just like me teach me anything. In my own cadence, in my own vernacular, in my own age group, everything is changing. Cab companies out of business. Now you got an Uber. I remember only Chinese and pizza deliver. Now we got fucking Grubhub. Everybody's delivering. Hoes had a motherfucking walk on the strip. Now they got skip the games and they had Backpage and shit. You know what I'm saying? People used to go grocery shopping. Now they can just fucking order groceries on their phone. At shit events, old shit dies. When there are easier ways, the hard shit dies. You don't gotta shop in the mall no more. You can just order shit on your phone. You can get shit in bulk now. Get shit from China directly. You can buy shit directly from wholesalers now. Everything is changing. Before you had to sing for real, you could be talented. Now they got fucking auto-tune and shit. Before you used to have the right raps, now they got ghostwriters and AI now. Everything is changing. Movie theaters closed down because now you can stream from your home. You know what I'm saying? There's no more blockbusters because there's no need for videotapes no more. CDs not selling because you don't need physical CDs no more. Church, prisons, and colleges will soon be obsolete. And that's a good thing because they all scams. The church is a scam, the fucking college is a scam, and prisons is a scam. All based on lies just to get white people paid. It's all a fucking scam. Church is on the decline. Shit, religion's on the decline. Because we got so much information now. It's a new world. This is the beginning of a new world. The old world will die. And the old people are trying to hold on to it. Nah, nigga, don't hold on. Don't let these old motherfuckers keep you, know what I'm saying? Nah. Young people should be free. They should be innovative. These are the future, and they're doing futuristic shit. They're doing shit that's working for them. They don't need guitars no more, drums no more. Everything is on the fucking computer. Everything is everything physical is it. Most things physical is not needed no more.